Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through. I wanted a cheese.
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
Oh, I mean, it's a
It's a
drive-through.
drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Bart.
They call it you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here." at
Did
this
you say
particular-
clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at
What'd
the
you say?
drive-through.
What'd
Right?
you say?
I said, "I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like,
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What are you guys doing tomorrow? Got any plans?
I'll be here.
Got any plans after the show, Chuck, tomorrow?
No,
Perfect. That means you can come help me with your truck. Tomorrow's moving day.
Friends don't ask friends to help move.
I didn't know we were friends.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, though.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, Bo, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
See, that was exciting television yesterday when Bart alerted us via text that we were into the penalty kick phase between Germany and Paraguay. By the way, that guy didn't know how to say it. But when Bart alerted us to that, I immediately turned to NBC or whoever had
Fox.
it. Fox, yeah, Fox. Sorry, Fox. Yeah, Fox has all the big games. And so there it was. And I'm thinking, this is just where they ought to start. I mean, let's just start right here. Let everybody on each side have like 5 kicks. I don't know. Run 2 or 3 goalies out there. I mean, you can do anything you want. But let's just skip straight to this because this is fun.
Yeah, you
I
doubled
enjoyed
your
that.
viewing time of the World Cup in about 10, 15 minutes.
I'm going to, I was thinking about it when it was over. If you were actually to, calculate combined time, continuous viewing time, might have been the most ever. Might have been a record. I'll bet I watched 15, 20 minutes straight.
Couldn't move.
Could not move. It was exciting
Enthralled.
television. I was
in the middle of doing something. I stopped what I was doing.
Yes.
I rushed to the television. I turned it on thanks to the push notification from Bart.
Yes.
Also
I was
known
the
as a
same way.
group chat. And then they would kick, and I would run back to the other room, and I was like in the middle of flipping some laundry, and then I would run back, and then I was just like, I just have to sit here. I can't keep going. I'm going to miss one of them. I mean, this is what we want.
I don't remember.
We want sudden death drama.
Yes. Yes.
That's what we want.
That's what we understand. Those of us who are what most, soccer folks would describe as non-soccer people. Imbeciles.
Idiots.
Morons. But for us,
Soccer for dummies.
it was easy to understand. It was easy to understand.
Yeah, because they had the things up there.
Yes.
The boxes.
That
up
was
there at
like,
the top.
yes.
Like, wait a second. How many they got left?
That's right.
Oh, that one's not colored in. Okay, they got another one.
Yeah.
We can easily understand this.
I was a little confused.
like balls and strikes.
Yes. I was a little confused when they got to the end, on the sudden death thing. I didn't know exactly how that worked. I didn't know if there was like another round or if they went straight to sudden death, but they told us right away, sudden death. And so, it was just really good.
Now, on sudden death, after they did it 5 penalty kicks, sudden death, you still got a chance to match it, right?
Right.
So they got one kick each.
Yeah, correct. Yeah,
So it's 5 kicks, and then it's 1 kick each.
correct.
If you're still tied.
Yeah.
I mean, there were people choking all over the place.
There
at the
really
end.
were.
I mean, that German guy kicked it 6 feet over the
Oh,
the goal.
penalty.
It was
Whoa.
like practically out of the stadium.
Holy smokes, I could have done that.
And then it happened again later in the night.
Did it?
Morocco and the Dutch.
Really?
There was
Went to
another.
penalty.
They had another
What?
penalty kick?
Yeah,
How come you didn't
also-
text
What
us?
time was that?
Well, because I figured you guys were probably asleep.
What time was
It
it?
was in the later hours
No,
of the evening. It was
It's in a week out.
it was
Like, what, 9:30?
no, like 10:30.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah, you could have texted me.
My
wouldn't you
goodness,
say that?
no.
Yeah, and the Dutch shockingly eliminated by Morocco.
That is shocking.
So 2 major upsets, 2 of the tournament favorites
The Germans and the Dutch
go down
out.
to Paraguay and Morocco.
How come that guy didn't say it like you say it?
Well, because he doesn't know Spanish would be my
Really?
guess. He's British, man.
Really? I just wondered because he was saying
he-
Paraguay
he
like
does-
a normal
he
guy.
does- he
I'm
does-
thinking he doesn't say it like Bart.
He does his own thing, man. British soccer commentary is awesome. Like when
the
the
guy-
phrases that they turn,
Yeah, it was awesome.
it's unbelievable over the course of a game. If you want to hear just some really great broadcasting, listen to one of these like big time soccer announcers call a game and just like the things that they say, the phrases they use. It's excellent.
He was right there when that guy kicked it into the stands. And he said that was horribly off.
Yeah.
He's horrible.
Oh yeah, they're going to be blunt.
Oh, yeah.
when
Yeah, it
somebody
was
does
like,
something really
yeah,
bad,
it's
that's awful.
there's a little bit of pressure. Maybe a little pressure.
I'd like
and
to
he was
talk
like, well, that was just horrible.
to our production team real quick, if you don't mind. Edward, Riley. I don't know if you heard what Bart said, and Edward's over there with headphones on doing something completely different. Are you with me? Well, normally when I'm talking to somebody, they acknowledge that I'm speaking. Like you were over there in the corner. I know. I really legitimately thought
I'm
you
trying to
were
get
working on something.
this Germany of the guy calling the Germany kick that went way over the goal.
That's awesome.
What do you want?
Well, I was going to add to that. I was just
What
going
can
to
I do
see
for you?
if you guys could what Bart was saying, take that and put it into a melt, put it into a montage of all these amazing phrases. Maybe you guys could get together, watch 1 game, 2 games, 3 games in a day.
That's asking a lot.
and you guys could all compare notes, and then you could throw it together. For
Am
the
I going
show.
to get like
And that
overtime? Overtime?
Yeah,
time?
sure.
Like for
But I mean
being
that.
with Bart
But
for
I was just
3 World
thinking, what
Cup
a
games?
great 2 minutes of entertainment that would be for at least Chuck and I.
Yeah, we
And
did.
it would
Yeah.
only take you like a day to do it.
Yeah, it'll only take me.
We
Like,
could have like a long
8 hours
meeting
of
after you're
work.
done and go over it,
Okay,
with a
yeah.
fine tooth comb.
yes.
If you don't
Tell
mind.
me how it could have been better.
Yes. Yeah. Would you mind
Yeah.
going back and
Yeah.
redoing it?
Yes.
Hey, this is the actual process for
Yeah.
somebody who edits and they spend their
Yeah.
entire
That's
life
right.
doing this.
That's right.
Then they send it off to some suit in Bristol,
Yeah.
and they send back 32, literally
I'll have that.
32 pages of notes. And it's like, if we start that a half beat earlier,
It's like turning in a term paper.
I'll have that
You
ready
know,
for you on Friday.
Red
it's-
marks everywhere.
it is dying. Nobody cares, but this is a little insight into all the great things you see, the editing process. It's dying the death of a billion cuts. Like you do it and it looks great, and then some suit gets a hold of it and it's just like a half a second here, and can we stay on that? And imagine 32 pages of that.
Imagine.
Can you imagine doing that?
No.
That's the life Edward lives,
Yeah. Well, I mean,
working with us.
nobody held a gun to his head.
That's right.
I'm
I
not
enjoy
sure
my.
about
I
that.
enjoy
Well,
my
I mean,
job.
I'm not
not
saying that
complaining.
can't happen.
I'm not sure about that. Anyhow, if you get back to that thing that you were working on,
Yes,
we'd
sir.
love to have it.
Anyway,
That
Yes,
German
sirs.
call where he said
Yes,
horribly
sirs.
wrong or
Yeah,
horribly
they-
awful.
they-
or-
Horribly awful.
they have
Terrible.
some awesome phrases that they use, and they're very blunt. And if somebody makes a terrible tackle or something like that, like that's a they'll say like that's a dreadful challenge or something like that. That's just truly awful. I mean that's
That's colorful
pitiful.
language.
Yeah,
I like it.
yeah.
Mastery of the language.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
fantastic.
It's very good.
Well, that was exciting yesterday. And again, if I'd known last night that, or if I'd known there was a chance it might happen again, I mean, I'd have gotten a
So
nap
in the
instead of
first
play.
game of the day, Brazil beat Japan by scoring on basically the last kick of the game, in stoppage time at the very end.
Well, see, now you're getting complicated again.
And so all three matches yesterday were very tense,
Yeah.
exciting, came down to the wire.
No wonder you're in such a good mood.
Well, I mean, look, it's fun stuff.
I don't know what happened.
Well,
fun stuff.
it was as I said, it was good yesterday. And my first thought was, they need to find a way to get to this quicker. I mean, maybe do this at
love that
at the end of every quarter
I love
or
that.
every period or whatever it is they call it.
The-
Maybe to have something like this every between all of them, something that's exciting. Yeah. Horribly over.
Blazed it over.
Just blazed it over.
Way over.
That guy sounds like he's got
Out
like
of
something
sight.
against Germany.
I love the brutal honesty, man.
Piling on.
We need this guy to call Little League games.
Yes.
He needs to call a Razorback.
Blazed it over.
8-year-old Tommy.
Just disgusted watching Little League
8-year-old
baseball.
baseball.
8-year-old Tommy
Coach
can't
pitch.
move. You can't move.
He missed the ball. It's on the tee.
Dreadful effort.
Dreadful run to first base.
Oh, it's funny.
We used to have some of this with like the Marv Albert bloopers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now we've got a new version of it. Somebody needs to bring that back with
This is like
commentary on highlights
this
like
is
the old
regular.
ESPN
Yeah,
shows.
this is regular in soccer
know.
commentary. Like this
I
is
know.
the standard. It's beautiful.
How many days into the World Cup are we?
A lot.
So we're that many days into the World Cup, and it's finally resonated with Chuck.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, we made it.
It's
Now-
finally resonated.
Now, who played last night?
Morocco and the Netherlands.
All right, we've got a request from a texter that you break that into SEC terms. Like we were talking yesterday.
Yeah.
With, compare this to like an SEC football.
Yeah.
You said it was an upset.
Yes.
So like
Morocco is a very good team, but not historically
Like the Dutch.
Like the Dutch.
So-
the Dutch were one of the favorites.
Morocco beats the Dutch in the World Cup, make that equivalent
Yeah.
to an October
Yeah,
Saturday.
Seth and Rogers, to Chuck's point,
Yeah.
is asking, did Mississippi State beat Bama in overtime last night?
Yeah. Is it on that
no,
level?
No, it'd be more like probably Tennessee beating Bama.
Okay.
Well, that's a rivalry.
In Tuscaloosa, yeah, but Tennessee hadn't won in a long, long time
Yeah.
prior to a couple
In
years ago.
Tuscaloosa.
Yeah.
No, they hadn't beaten them in like 14 years or something. It was like as long as the Razorbacks losing streak to
Well, how long was
Alabama.
Morocco's losing streak to the Dutch?
They had not played very, very often, but I'm just trying to.
So there might be a better
use-
comparison.
Well, no, I'm just team skill level approximately. Fine, don't use Tennessee. Use
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
use somebody else. But Morocco's a good team. Dutch heavily favored.
That's another thing we'll do.
that
We'll ask you to
just
do
amused me.
something and then
That
criticize for how you
That just
did it.
amused me. I'm sorry.
The Dutch also, just an interesting fact, since the 2010 World Cup final, when they lost, they have not lost a World Cup match in regulation. So every time they've been eliminated from the World Cup since 2010 has been in either extra time or a penalty shootout.
I've got a fun Dutch fact too. I saw a full family dressed in Dutch gear at the Amazium in Bentonville like a week ago.
Well, of course you
Wow.
did. That's part of their
There's
trip.
mom,
They were here for the
grandmother,
World
and
Cup.
kid. Yeah, but I'm like, why are they here?
It's Walmart. It's the Amazium. It's Northwest
Yeah, they might
Arkansas.
work
It's
for
on the-
Walmart overseas.
They
or
might
something
just
like
be
that.
fans.
They were speaking in
I
their,
don't know
their
if you
native
realize
tongue.
this. We are a
Oh.
tour.
And,
we are a tour.
I mean, it looked like they were ready to go out on the pitch.
Yeah.
Full
Love that.
full uniform,
That's awesome.
full kit.
If you were coming over here,
Yeah.
wouldn't you want to know what Walmart was all about?
I don't know.
I know.
I grew up with.
We
it.
don't
I
have any
know.
perspective
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah,
Well, it's just like national pride.
yeah, they were there.
I
So
mean,
I'm
I love
assuming
that.
they're going home soon
Yeah.
because of the
Okay.
Moroccans.
So bringing it back to the sports angle here, just curious, does any of this help us in the bracket? By us, I mean the Razorbacks.
I mean, look, you got to take it one match at a time. This certainly, if we get to the round of 16, or I'm sorry, if we get to the quarterfinals, then yeah, it's probably going to be a little easier path than, or at least it has the chance to be. France is looming there, though. France plays today. They play Sweden today. That should be a good match. France is probably the team to beat at this point in the World Cup.
Oh, let's see them go down today. Let's see it happen. What time's that?
They play Sweden. That is at 4:00 today. Ivory Coast and Norway at noon. Mexico and Ecuador at 8.
And what channel?
All on Fox. All on Fox.
The main Fox.
When do we play? Wednesday?
Tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow's Wednesday,
Tomorrow is Wednesday.
and we play on Fox.
We play on Fox
What time?
at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock.
Prime time. That's
Is there a way
perfect
to-
time.
Is there a way to watch it like without like a streaming service?
Edward's bad. Edward, why don't I just include you on my YouTube?
Can you
TV
please
account?
send me?
Really?
Well, we
You
used to
would-
do that
you
with
would need to send me a password.
the in-laws.
You get like 6 friends.
No, they've locked down on the location.
Nah,
sharing
that's-
on
that's
YouTube
just
TV.
Netflix.
It's all got to be.
That's just
No, it's
Netflix.
YouTube TV. We got kicked out,
Yeah,
Really?
you can't.
and so we
you-
paid for it for a
yeah,
little while, and
that's
it's like,
true.
yeah, we can't afford this. So
Huh.
We got to fix this.
it's pricey.
Go to
It's almost
HR.
$100 a month.
Go to HR after the show and see if you can get a stipend. YouTube TV. It's part of your job.
That's research.
Part of your
It's
job.
research. You can write it off.
I'll go to HR.
Part of your job.
Hey Bart, can you hook me up with a subscription?
We'll
and a
talk after the
stipend?
show.
Okay, thanks.
So you can't live in 2 different places and use the YouTube anymore? YouTube
No,
TV?
no. They shut down. on
Well,
that.
no, I mean, I use mine when I travel.
I
Well,
know.
that's that's
When-
fine.
When you use
Oh,
your account when
I
you're
see.
traveling.
we
I
were
see.
able to do that for like 4 or 5 months, and then it kept asking us, "We see you're not at your home location. We see you're not at your home location." And then
you.
finally, it said, "You need to
We're
be at your home
watching
location."
we
you.
see you're ripping us off.
Yes, yes.
Wow.
But we use
Eating the pets.
yeah.
Big
Well,
brothers
I don't know
everywhere.
about that.
Big brother.
Yeah. So they
That's
kicked
too
us out.
bad.
Yeah.
We got a lot to get into. We got a huge show today. We'll get your TV fixed.
Massive.
Okay.
We got to have you watching the World Cup on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, you
We got-
share
I'm
in
sure
the
I can get the
enjoyment.
Telemundo broadcast on.
Oh yeah, you
Disney,
can. Yeah, you can.
Which they're pretty exciting.
Hey, you might just
Cut
consider
the
that.
cord. It'll be better.
Go, get
Watch
one
it
of
with
those.
Bennett. Maybe start the bilingual education now
Yeah. Okay.
with Bennett.
That's a good
How
idea.
did you learn to be bilingual? Well, my dad, couldn't afford YouTube TV.
Watch Telemundo. I didn't learn the language. I wouldn't know.
6:18. Good morning, Chuck and Buck.
You're absolutely right, Bo. But
Thanks. Let's stop there.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under 30 grand. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American Single Malt Whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Man, I love spending time at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark. Members enjoy it all. They've got state-of-the-art practice facilities, dining, events, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, as well as tennis and pickleball courts. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. Your home away from home.
There's no better place to watch a game than Walk On Sports Bistro. With more than 60 TVs at every location, catch all the summer sports action while you cool off with mouth-watering Louisiana favorites like po' boys and gumbo, plus burgers, ice-cold draft beers, and cocktails made for hot days. Incredible food, outstanding service, and a game day atmosphere that never takes a season off. Visit one of the 5 locations across Arkansas today, including Rogers and Fayetteville. Walk On Sports Bistro. We live for this. Just so you know, and we've talked about this from day one on the show, nobody's safe in here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we're going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters. And I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com. For over 25 years, Pro Land Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, their team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you, your realtor, and your loan officer every step of the way. They're independently owned, so the only priority is you. Their relationships with national underwriters allow them to say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com and get a quote today.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
That is absurd to me and anybody who has a brain. Like anybody with any active brain cells at all. Like what are you?
I have brain cells, but they're not always active.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Man, big show today. John Rothstein, CBS Sports. This guy eats, drinks, sleeps college basketball 365 days.
He's about
a
the
year.
best there is.
If he's not tweeting, he I don't know what he's doing, because he's always tweeting something on X about college basketball.
College basketball.
And I was messaging him last night, and then I went to bed, and he's going to be on the show at 7. And at 1:37 this morning, which is 2:37 his time, a.m.,
Yeah.
he hit me with another message.
Less than 5 hours.
This guy doesn't sleep.
Yeah.
He doesn't sleep. If you're wondering who we're talking about, it's this guy right here. Here's his latest thoughts on Arkansas.
John Calipari has brought in the best recruiting class in college basketball. Billy Richmond is a returning veteran who is going to be an all-SEC caliber player in 26-27. Jeremiah Wilkinson was a potent scorer for Georgia last year in the SEC. And Jordan Smith Jr., a player that many people believe is going to be one of the best players in college basketball next season. The $1 million question for Arkansas is going to be up front, where the Razorbacks, again, lost Trevin Brazile, lost Nick Pringle, lost Malik Ewan. Arkansas needs to find an answer up front. They're bringing in, obviously, a couple of European players. Cooper Bowser started last year for Furman, a team that played in the NCAA tournament, lost to UConn. But Arkansas with a nice mix of youth and experience, the best recruiting class of college basketball to pair with two veterans in Jeremiah Wilkinson and also Billy Richmond.
Arkansas has another big man that they're in the final two for. That's the top 6 centers he's among the top 6 centers in the 2027 class. 6'10", 220 pounds. Caleb Aurigal.
I'm not sure.
I'll leave it up to Bart.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Anyhow, they got another guy who would likely reclassify.
Somebody calls Z. He'll know.
That's more of a post player. There's a story about it in WholeHogSports.com today with quotes from our guy Paul Biancardi about how he's a post player. And so they're still not done. And they still have, what we've talked about being a really great roster. Here's Cal yesterday. He did this earlier this week for Hogs Plus. Here's his comments.
We got some other guys coming. Isaiah being out, I just feel so bad for him. He made so many strides. This is an athletic competitive. There are teams that you're trying to do more drill. This is a team, go 5-on-5. Let them compete. The hair on their neck. And so I'm liking the group. We should be a great defensive team and shot blocking team, athletic drive and touch, and all those things. But we'll see. And tough schedule, be one of the toughest schedules in basketball. And the average age of our team, I think, is going to be about 18 years and 7 months. 18 years and 7 months. That's the average age of our team. I don't care. Let's go. If we're good enough, we're old enough. How about that statement? Let's do it.
What's the average age of the Chuck and Bo show?
Oh, God.
Riley helps us out.
It's skewed.
Riley and Edward help. If you could add it all up, yeah, that's right. Add it all up, and if you could give us the average age of the Chuck and Bo show, that'd be fantastic.
Yes.
I want to see what we come out with. You need to do that someday at work, wherever you work. Just go in and just figure out what the average age is. What are we, 40? 40.2? The average age. These people that think we're older than that, come on.
See,
an average age of 40.2 here.
I'm at the point
we're
now
middle-aged.
I look around the room and is there anyone in here older than me? Am I the oldest guy in the room? And there's going to be a point in your life where you hit that too. You're not quite there yet. You're not far, but I'm not far. You're not there yet.
It's a mindset that I'm going to work on between now and then. But yeah, you're right.
You think about it.
18.7 is what Cal said. But here's the thing about that. They do have some experience. They do have some returning players to go with the youth, and they've got a good combination there. I think it's going to be fun to watch. We'll talk about it with you.
I think he's excited. When you hear the tone of his voice, when he talks about coaching young players, I mean really young players, he didn't say 18 years and 7 months like he was scared.
No,
this is, he's a coach. This is what gets him going, I would think.
He loves this.
Yeah,
he loves the young guys, and I think he likes the guys he has on the roster, all of them. Wilkinson.
They're
Billy
really
Richmond.
good. They're really good.
They're gonna be a lot of fun to watch.
Yeah.
Otis Kirk's on the show today at 7:30. You never know what's going to happen when Otis is on the show.
It's unpredictable.
And then Matt Jones, Whole Hog Sports, with an update on the baseball portal. He also did a bunch of research on the naming of the stadium and, how it comps with the rest of the country. And we'll get some thoughts from him on all that as we just scream through it Tuesday and a World Cup game tomorrow.
And
the Phil Steele magazines arrived.
Yes.
Bart has that.
Is that the Texas edition? Like, what's the deal? I noticed, was that SMU guy, or was there an SMU guy on the cover?
Yeah.
Is it regional? Does he
Yeah,
do regional
usually
covers?
does regional covers.
We
So
got the
there's-
Southwest edition.
Yeah, there's Oklahoma, SMU, Houston, A&M, Texas Tech. It's not Brendan Sorsby.
I got you.
In fact, I turned to the Texas Tech page. That was one of the first things I did when I got this, because he has Texas Tech picked first in the Big 12. And it says Sorsby's eligibility is unknown as I write this.
Yeah. Well, it's known now.
Yeah, now we know.
Now we do know.
We know.
Wow, this is interesting. Gary in Huntsville. How TF does your weak bleep radio signal not reach Huntsville? Don't have the technology? Question mark.
Yeah,
Gary, you may not be able to hear me because you've missed the news. 93.7, 100,000 watts of flaming
flamethrower
FM signal. Yes. Bang. You can hear us. Flip it over. 93.7. What is it?
93.7.
93.7.
Lock it in.
FM.
Rip
Lock
off the
it in.
knob.
Take that 99.5 thing and replace it. 93.7. Just
You can
started
still
this week.
listen to it on 99.5.
You can, but why would you want to?
Well, I
When you have-
understand.
when you have this,
I understand.
you know, you can drive anywhere in Northwest
Huntsville.
Arkansas and hear it.
Huntsville.
For the rest of you listening all over the state, you just keep it right where you are. But if you're in Northwest Arkansas, we finally have a 100,000 watt FM sports radio station for the first time in the history of the natural state in Northwest Arkansas.
What a day.
Chuck and I didn't think we would live to see it.
Hey, I can remember doing
But we're
sports
here.
rap on an AM station, and in 4 months out of the year, you couldn't even hear it at the mall.
Oh, I remember that.
I'm seriously.
I remember that.
It was a
Yes,
different era.
Yes, it was. And then we took the tiny little pea shooter FMs and we were happy.
Yeah.
There were times when we were on 3 different radio stations at one time in Northwest Arkansas.
No, you're right.
Just in Northwest Arkansas.
That's
Well,
right.
how do we get to Springdale? Well, how do we get to Rogers?
Well, we got up in
Well, how do
Bella
we-
Vista and Bentonville. It's like you were trying to reach Canada.
Yeah. We're a syndicated show. We're like 5 miles of the studio. There's like 3 stations.
No, it was so strange for all those years. You could hear it all over Arkansas except here.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
Oh, he responded, I have not heard. You guys rock. 93.7 is
Yeah,
way
that's
better.
different. That's different.
It's amazing what the right information will do for you,
that's
isn't it?
right. That's
It really is. We're brought to you in part by First Security Bank. They've got all the right information when it comes to banking, whatever it is, business, personal, flex banking for your family. Choose the power of personal. Choose what's right for you. Bank better with First Security Bank. FSbank.com. You can find them online at 631. Good morning.
What are you talking about?
Oh, he's loving me. Let's just see where it says.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com. Hey, it's Bo. What should you expect when it comes to a roof or a remodel? Here's Teamworks COO Brett Husky.
We make it easy. That's the first thing. Because when we looked at this, we felt like the process shouldn't be hard. And the easier we can make it for customers, the easier it makes it for us and for our people to continue to do business.
Teamwork Roofing and Construction, making it easy, and now offering financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by Teamwork.
Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys. You're having a great show today.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise, world-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. It's Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
Favorite Razorback from the Chad Morris era. Let's do that. We're doing random Razorbacks today. And Dionisio Gomez has the lead. He's the leader in the clubhouse. He is the Razorback of the day.
Brutal.
And we're going to look for your favorite Razorback during the Chad Morris era. Was it Ty Story when he came back with Western Kentucky?
It might have been. I was the loudest cheer of those 2 years was when Ty Story
I think
came
the crowd was actually rooting for Ty Story in Western Kentucky.
Where's Duval Wally?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was
Who was a running back in the Chad Morris era? Do we remember any of this?
Boyd.
Rakeem Boyd.
That's the only person I
Wow, from junior college.
Because
From
Devois
Notch
Whaley was
GQ.
he was a Bielema guy, right?
No, he played 1 year with Morris.
Did he?
He played
Okay.
the same year.
Most people did.
Yeah.
Most people played 1 year with Morris. Name the quarterback room for the Chad Morris era. How about that?
Cole Kelly,
Nick
Ty
Starkle.
Story, Nick Starkle, Ben Hicks throws picks.
Ben Hicks. You don't have to take shots at people.
Golly,
You can say,
Bart, come
golly.
on. I mean,
Connor
he did his
Nolan,
best,
Connor
you know.
Nolan, John Steven Jones,
That's right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's like 8 quarterbacks.
and none of them won an SEC
Yeah, none of them
game.
panned out, did they?
Jack Lindsay.
Connor Nolan.
Jack Lindsay played. Yeah, that's right.
Connor Nolan's in,
Now,
in
did Jack
AAA.
play for Lunny? Did Lindsay start when Lunny had taken over?
That's a good question.
I don't recall exactly. I think Lunny might have been the interim then.
Better interim coach. Barry Lunny Jr., John L. Smith.
Well, people have done worse than 4-8. I think it should be probably noted there. I mean, John L. That was not a great year, but people have done
But he
worse.
sure was- he sure
people
was
have done
entertaining.
worse.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
The Sphere, it's hard to describe.
I
I know
wanna
many
go.
people,
I
many
wanna
people
go.
have gone. I
Right.
mean, the seats vibrate.
I've been places where the seat vibrates.
Yeah, well,
not,
that's not
not a
that's not-
concert.
that's not-
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Have you been to the mall lately? You just sit in the
Yeah.
massage chair.
Yes.
You're shaking.
I know.
While you're waiting on whomever to come out of whatever store. You're sitting there shaking in the middle of the mall. Oh,
What
yeah.
a time to be alive.
I do love a good trip to the mall.
Yeah. I think about that sometimes because I drive by it every day.
Yeah.
I just think about, wow, we still have a mall, but are we really in on this mall?
No.
But it's there.
I've not been in the mall area itself in a while. Now, I've been into specific, I've been into one store, basically, if I'm being
Dillard's?
Really, yeah,
Dillard's.
if I'm being really honest, I've been into one store, and I enter from, into that store.
That's right.
And exit from that store.
Yeah. You don't really venture out of
No.
I mean, you really don't need to.
I don't go into the mall, no. And it's not that I'm against it. I mean, I used to enjoy that, but I just don't feel the need to go.
You're not going
anymore.
and getting a great American cookie.
No.
In a world where we struggle with parking, if you're looking for parking, go to the Northwest Arkansas Mall, go around back by J.C. Penney's, and there's 6 football fields of parking.
You can teach your kid to drive back there. I mean, it's like a huge parking lot. I mean, it's incredible.
You can run a marathon back there.
Yes.
You can we're going to run the whole 26.2 miles right here. It's going to be about 4 laps, just right here.
It really is.
All open parking.
And there was a time when it was not that way.
No.
But now it is.
That is a massive
We
parking
need to bring
lot.
back malls.
You think
we
so?
need to bring back malls.
How do
Are
you
we
go-
going to cycle back to that?
I think eventually we will.
Like
yeah.
we cycle back to
Everything
certain
cycles
things?
back. Yeah. Yeah. It'll just reinvent itself in some.
I don't know. That deal where you go on your phone and you go to
Yeah, it's
Amazon
so easy
and
now.
it's at your
I know.
doorstep
I know.
tomorrow.
I know.
Crazy.
I know.
Once you
Walmart
do that a
Plus,
time or
Sam's
two,
Club.
you
I
just
know.
don't go back. I mean, you just don't. I mean,
I know.
I-
Malls are good for the people, though. Malls are good for the people. Human
do you
interaction. You need human interaction.
you mean like the mall walkers?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
People do that.
I know they do.
Yeah, the mall, like human interaction, man. Like, get off your phone. Go out into the world.
I don't know
Is that how
about
you do it, Bart?
Sometimes, yeah.
human interaction at the mall. Bart, what are you doing this week? I'm going to the mall.
Well,
You know, like human interaction.
I don't know about that.
Bart's the
but-
president of the mall walkers.
That sounds a little creepy.
I'm
I'm going to the mall for some human interaction.
Okay. All right. Settle
Maybe
down.
not.
Settle down.
Maybe not. Oh,
You
man.
don't have to go to Pinnacle Hills Promenade. Go wherever you want. Just get off your phone. Go out into the
Well,
world.
There's a lot of parks and trails.
That's great.
Ride
Do
a
that.
bike. Ride a bike.
Are you on a
What's your deal,
movement
Bart?
mission? This is good.
No, I'm just like
Active
everybody's
Bart.
everybody's just so locked in on their damn phone 24/7 365. Like, put it down and get out into the world every once in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I stand with Bart.
I,
on this.
I do too.
Bart.
I'm just. It's not that I
Make
don't
a
agree with him.
stand.
It's just I didn't see it coming from him.
No, I didn't either. Like, be active.
What do you mean?
High five.
Yeah, Edward.
Watch the hand.
Yes.
Watch the hand.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen to this.
What happened to your hand, Bart?
Oh wow.
Well,
here we
had a
go.
situation.
Here we go.
We had
Here
a
we go. So
situation.
yesterday we had to call the EM 911 call. Like Edward's got the.
Is this the
getting it
raw
recorded.
audio right
Yeah,
here?
this is the sound
Oh,
outside.
okay.
This is not your vehicle.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
yeah. Don't be scared.
This is
people.
the sound of our office yesterday.
All right, let's bring that
All right,
down.
yeah, we don't want people to keep thinking
Yeah.
there's sirens around them.
Yeah,
but
it's
that's
bad.
what was happening
Bad
right
news.
outside these studios yesterday afternoon.
Okay.
Um,
Well, that's
I am in my office. We're about to have a meeting,
Mm.
and Lydia, who works here, and Bray were coming to the meeting, and Lydia and Bart rush into my office, and Lydia's like, "I'm gonna have to take Bart to the hospital,"
okay.
and I'm
That's
like,
it.
"Well, what's
Okay,
going?" And
let's-
Bart's laughing.
Let's not be dramatic.
Bart's laughing.
Yeah.
Actually, he was laying flat on his back in the middle of the hallway, blood
Oh,
everywhere.
yeah. Screaming.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So Bart, here's the story I heard, and then Bart can tell you his version
Yeah.
because I didn't see it. They're changing which the worst thing ever are fluorescent lights.
Oh,
but
they're
I mean,
horrible.
just
They're
most
horrible.
buildings have them. But I mean, I go into a meeting with fluorescent lights. If I'm in there for an hour, I mean, I can't hardly function after that.
Yeah.
I know people, they just turn the lights off. You know, if there's windows, I'll just turn the lights off because you don't like the fluorescent light bulbs. But that's what we have in the building. You know, the tube lights.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
you said,
I got you. Yeah.
So Bart apparently is changing one out,
I've done a dozen times before in this building.
and apparently, because of course that's
Nobody else will.
That's right.
We just
That's
want them
right.
all. We want them all to go out.
The lights were out in one of the bathrooms for like a week, and nobody said anything.
Put a
about
lamp
it.
in
Hey,
there.
we changed that one together.
Yes,
Bart.
that's
we
right.
changed that one
Edward,
together.
Edward helped.
Put a lamp in there. Well, Bart, you know, like anybody, got too comfortable. He's been doing it so much, he got too comfortable,
Careless.
and he got a little aggressive with it and squeezed it, and it shattered in his hand.
Blood everywhere.
Shattered in his hand. So Lydia takes him to
Thank
the urgent
God
care.
Lydia was here.
Yeah. The thing is, Bart was like laughing and giggling. He's like, I gotta make sure I don't have any glass in my hand. This is crazy.
Well, he was in shock. I mean, he was in shock. You never know how you're going to react in a
I
situation like
don't
that.
think I was like that. But all right.
Well, you
I
were
think-
kind of laughing about it.
Well, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day,
Shock,
it was
shock
kind of
does
funny.
crazy things.
And I think Lydia was thinking to herself, "Gosh, I've been here since January. What else is going to happen?"
Yeah.
I didn't have any idea that this was going to be my first job out of college. Like, what in the world? So she takes Bart over to the urgent care, and they come back, and she comes in, and I'm like, how did it go? She's like, I think they gave him a stitch.
Like one stitch?
Yeah, once? Did he have any glasses in? No, but they gave him a stitch.
They have a 1 stitch minimum when you come in.
So Bart has a stitch.
Yeah. Well,
that is the most Bart thing ever.
They couldn't.
It's
they
a
couldn't,
stitch. One.
They couldn't glue it because it was of where it was on where it's on my hand.
Show the people.
Well, I mean,
right
it's
there,
covered by bandage.
Yeah, the base of the palm.
Can you take the Band-Aid off
No,
and
I'm
show
not
us
going
the
to do
stitch?
that.
See your scar.
They couldn't glue it because of where it was located. Like the doctor was like, that's just going to keep popping open.
Yeah.
And so
They couldn't
I'm
butterfly
gonna,
it. Same thing.
I'm gonna put a stitch in it. And so
Does it dissolve, or do you have to go back? And
I
got to
go back next Monday and get it taken out. Yeah.
How are you making it?
Yeah.
Well,
I'm here, aren't I?
Did you sleep?
Yeah, I slept.
Have you banged it in anything? Have you forgotten about it? Then whack and then ooh.
No, I have
You
put my hand
high-fived
down on the
Edward
table
there?
a couple of times and
Yeah.
was like, oh yeah, that doesn't feel great.
Can you write?
Mm-hmm.
You can put a pen in there, no problem, and write. So you're okay.
Well, it's like at the base of your palm there.
Toward the
Yeah,
base. Yes.
yeah.
It a lot of blood in there, by the way, in case you're wondering.
So Bart had a whole thing where he basically went to the emergency room. My thing wasn't that bad, but I think it's worse. So I'm trying to put gas in the lawnmower.
Ooh.
And
it's always
these
tricky.
great gas cans with the release on the what's the word I'm looking for? The spout.
The nozzle.
The spout. You got to turn it, and then it pushes down, and so it's just leaking like crazy, and it's full. The gas can is full. So I'm like, well, I can do this. So I take it off and try to do it without the spout. Spilled it.
I was going to say,
and
gasoline everywhere.
And that's okay. Like I'm on the driveway. It's no big deal. And then I realized I kind of got it all over me. I don't know the last time you got gas all over you, but like you're going to smell like gas for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is going to be a whole thing.
Yeah.
And it was.
Well, I mean,
man, you smell like gas.
Yeah, you still kind of do.
You kind of smell like, you
That's
should
it.
get a shower.
Yeah.
You smell like gas. You get a shower. I think you still smell like gas.
I thought when I walked in, I thought it was Edward. I thought maybe
I think
it was
I'd rather
working on
have a
his car.
stitch than
But,
smell like
that's
gas.
worse.
Like gasoline. Like smelling like gasoline.
I
walking
thought you were
around.
going to say you like got lit on fire or something. You were
Yeah,
covered in gas.
that's what I was
But
thinking
did you
too.
just smell like gas? That's it?
That's the store.
That's the whole
Comparable.
Yeah, I was just saying. Like I
The
think I would rather
numbing
have a
shot
stitch.
alone that I got was worse than that.
They gave you a numbing shot in the palm of your hand.
Oh yeah.
This was all just a story to show you how bad Bart's deal was.
That was about that.
The
Was,
only
that was
thing-
the worst part. Was the shot in the hand.
What I learned is the only thing that would have put me over Bart in yesterday's situation if I'd been lit on fire. So okay, you know what, Bart? We all feel for you.
Yes. Come on. Come on,
WT
man.
Equipment would have helped me get the job done yesterday if I'd have just
Yeah, they
called.
would have.
But unfortunately, I tried to do it myself.
One stick.
Whether you're mowing your lawn or farming your land or just taking care of something at home, WT Equipment has the tools to help you get the job done, like the Bobcat. It's great for light construction work. The legendary Bobcat, you'll find it at WT Equipment, along with Hustler, New Holland, Steel, other great equipment. 4 locations throughout Arkansas. WTEquip.com is where you can find them online. John Rothstein, CBS College Basketball Insider, joins us at 7. Good morning, the Chuck and Bo Show. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. At First Security, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal. When you walk in, call, or click, you're working with people who live here, know the community, and understand what you're trying to accomplish. Whether it's managing day-to-day spending or planning for something bigger, it's real support from real people who care enough to listen. Discover what better banking feels like. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnumcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Bo Mattingly. When it comes to a roof or remodel, let me recommend Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Here's Teamwork COO Brett Husky on what you can expect.
We're going to be there when we say we're going to be there. We're going to have really high-quality people that are going to be there that are extremely talented at what they do. You're going to get more than what you bargained for.
And Teamwork Roofing and Construction now offers financing. Log on to their website, teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Be talking down to people, Bart.
I ain't going to talk down to people when they're wrong.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Pascal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopascal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to jamesboyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yuengling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. PG Yuengling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I can't figure out if Chuck's playing a role here, or this is how he feels, or if he cares at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That hour's flown by.
I know. Penalty kicks, Bart's hand, basketball conversation, gasoline spill.
Breakfast.
Breakfast is coming. ProLand title, breakfast fun. ProLandTitle.com. ProLand can help you close. We'll get that done for you. 45 locations throughout Arkansas. They have the ability to say yes because they're independently owned, and they have a huge range of national underwriters, so they can say yes when other people can't. You need help getting closed? ProLand Title. ProLandTitle.com. John Rothstein's coming up. Later, Matt Jones, Otis Kirk, both on the show.
It's going to be a star-studded couple of hours
wow,
there.
It is. It really is. Arkansas is in the mix for another big man. 6'10", 220, more of a post player. A 2027 guy that could reclassify. A lot of reclassifications this year. Is it more than usual?
Seems like it, yeah.
Seems like there's been a move. Yeah, we've got
NIL, start the clock. You get some of these guys because of the NBA draft rules. If they reclassify, you get them for 2 years in a lot of cases.
It's both Mike Tyson and Michael Phelps' birthdays. Who would you rather have dinner with? If you were going to have a birthday dinner with one of these guys,
Tyson.
would you pick Phelps or Tyson?
Tyson.
Oh,
Tyson.
Better strap it on, man.
Whoa, what a story.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Thinking about buying or selling a business? Well, trust the experts at Arkansas Business Brokers, powered by Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Whether you're ready to sell a business you've built from the ground up, or you're looking for the perfect opportunity to become your own boss, Arkansas Business Brokers can guide you through every step of the process. Their experienced team helps make complex transactions simple. Text BUSINESS to 479-306-6139 for a free consultation, or visit ArkansasBusinessBrokers.com.
I don't know if anybody else is having fun, but this is a blast for me.
Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Summer may be the off-season for the Razorbacks, but it's the perfect season for the restaurant at Stonebreaker. Located in Fayetteville on Markham Hill, the restaurant at Stonebreaker features seasonal menus built around fresh Arkansas ingredients. Plus, enjoy inviting spaces to gather with friends and family. Whether you're stopping in for drinks at the bar, dinner on the screened porch, or relaxed evening in the parlor, you're sure to find something worth coming back for. This summer, pull up a chair on the hill. Visit stonebreakerhotel.com for more information. That's stonebreakerhotel.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-through. I wanted a cheeseburger, right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-through.
It's a drive-through, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-through. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So, I was like, "Well, we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at
What'd
the
you say?
drive-through. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like, what is?
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-through. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What if this is going to sound really horrible, and I apologize, I don't mean to be mean, but what if you could get an extra year of eligibility by getting a judge to give you a temporary injunction because you played for Chad Morris at Arkansas?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to leave town.
No.
Yes, Washington County, you could find a judge that says, "You know what, I agree with you, I would like those 2 years back as a fan too."
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, though.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, well, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
You see Cal's going into the Memphis Hall of Fame?
I saw that, yes.
Memphis Sports Hall of Fame on September 16th. And
They'll have a big crowd then.
he'll be in a Hall of Fame here someday for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
As well, I think everywhere he's been, he'll be in a Hall of Fame. Here's Cal talking about his team on Hogs Plus.
We got some other guys coming. Isaiah being out, I just feel so bad for him. He made so many strides. This is an athletic competitive. There are teams that you're trying to do more drill. This is a team, go 5-on-5. Let them compete. The hair on their neck, and so I'm liking the group. We should be a great defensive team and shot blocking team, athletic drive and touch, and all those things. But we'll see. And tough schedule, be one of the toughest schedules in basketball. And the average age of our team, I think, is going to be about 18 years and 7 months. 18 years and 7 months. That's the average age of our team. I don't care. Let's go. If we're good enough, we're old enough. How about that statement? Let's do it.
Cal loves guys that compete. I mean, all coaches do, but you can hear in his voice that he likes this group because they like to get up and down the floor. They like to get out there and get after it. And 18 years, 7 months. I don't hear any fear at all in his voice when he says things like that. I mean, being your average age, 18 years, 7 months, I just think that's right up his alley.
We'll talk to CBS college basketball analyst John Rothstein here in a couple of minutes about Cal's roster and the upcoming basketball season. You know what Cal has managed to do here that I don't really remember being done before is turn basketball into almost a year-round sport of talk and interest.
Coach Richardson had it like this in the mid-'90s, early 90s to mid-'90s, when you could feel it coming. It was like this, but this is the first time since. And now with social media and all the advancements, I guess you could call them, that have been made, there's so much more out there now. But yeah, it's a lot of fun.
With the summer exhibition schedule, they're going to play in Bahamas.
Right.
It's going to give us a chance to look at these guys early, just see them play together, and it'll be exciting.
When
it'll be fun.
Pick your sport. I mean, there are certain spots in the SEC good in football. Football is a year-round sport. I mean, they talk about it every day. It's not quite like that anywhere in the SEC in terms of basketball, except maybe Kentucky, but we're not far. I mean, we're not far, and it's becoming like that here.
John Rothstein covers college basketball 365 days a year. Eat, drinks, sleeps it. We play his stuff.
There is no off season.
There's no off season for John Rothstein. He's had a lot of comments on Arkansas basketball, and he's joining us now on the Chuck and Bo Show. John, it's great to have you on. You're talking basketball 365 days a year. We had to wait to the summer to just find a crack in your schedule. We appreciate you making time for us, man. Good morning. Thanks for hopping on with us.
Good morning, guys. Great to be with you.
We played a little bit of your thoughts on the Arkansas roster. How do you put in perspective what Cal's done so far at Arkansas? Obviously, you've covered him his entire career, but now at Arkansas and what you've seen him do here heading into year 3.
Well, guys, I just think the climate of college basketball has changed so much since the introduction of name, image, and likeness. The level of the playing field has completely become balanced across college basketball in the sense that now, with the appropriate backing, programs that were really off the focal point for everybody and not a focal point for college basketball, St. John's, BYU, Texas Tech, these programs have become focal points in the college basketball landscape. And what that's done is, in my opinion, is really minimize the amount of traditional blue bloods we have. I think if you're really looking at things fair, the only 2 programs that are still operating as traditional blue bloods with the way they're recruiting, the way they're performing, are Duke and UConn. And John Calipari is still attracting elite talent and getting great results coaching at Arkansas. Now, for all intents and purposes, I know that Arkansas is a fine program, obviously won a national championship in 1994, went to the title game in 95, but Arkansas, traditionally has not been mentioned with Kentucky, Kansas, UCLA, Carolina, Louisville, but Arkansas, from a talent perspective right now, is, bringing in the top class in the country and is coming off back-to-back Sweet 16s. That's a credit to John Calipari.
How good's Jordan Smith, John?
From talking to people, there's a lot of belief that he is going to be the best player in this freshman class next season. Now, I, like you guys, need to see him against college competition. I'm anxious to see him during Arkansas's foreign tour, which again is not always the greatest barometer, but there is a real belief that he is going to be again one of the faces of the sport. And if you think about it, this doesn't really directly correlate to Arkansas from a team perspective. And I'm not somebody who relies a lot on what somebody is going to be in the NBA draft, but this is a player that some people believe could be in contention to be the top overall pick in the 2027 NBA draft, which would mean John Calipari could be in play to have 5 players that he's coached be the top overall pick in the draft. Derrick Rose went 1 in 2008 at Memphis. Obviously, John Wall went 1 in 2010 at Kentucky, as did Anthony Davis and Karl Anthony Towns. So I'm expecting Jordan Smith. I'm not going to put him there to start the year because I always like to, give way to people who have done it at this level before. But, yeah, I'm expecting Jordan Smith to be right in the mix to be one of the best players in the SEC. And if you're one of the best players in the SEC, you're going to have a chance to be an All-American.
John, in this climate, with NIL and schools opening up pocketbooks to bring players in, what makes John Calipari still an elite recruiter, even though he won't necessarily get in a bidding war and overpay in the market like we see some others do?
Well, there's a history of success. So if everybody today is focused on doing what they can do to put themselves in the best long-term situation, both from a production standpoint in basketball and both from a monetary standpoint financially, John Calipari has a track record that he's going to be able to get you there, more so than any other coach that's coaching in college basketball now. And he continues to do that. I thought, 2 years ago, Arkansas had some bad injury, things happen with Boogie Fland and with Adu Thero, and John Calipari got that team to the Sweet 16, nearly got them to the Elite Eight. And last year, I thought, with Darius Dacoff separating himself, not just as the best point guard in college basketball, but guys, I really felt this, and I said it repeatedly throughout the season. Darius Dacoff, we don't know if he is going to usurp guys like Derrick Rose and John Wall at the next level, but statistically and efficiency-wise, he was the best freshman point guard that's ever played for John Calipari. You can't take statements like that lightly, and that's just another thing that he has to sell moving forward. And we're going to find out here in the weeks and months to come if Jordan Smith is going to be next in line to join that conversation. I think that's the unique thing for me, and I talked about this on Inside College Basketball Now yesterday on CBS when I was talking about the SEC. I think we've got a scenario in the SEC where we have a rarity at the top. You've got a Florida team at the top returning over 87% of its scoring from a team that was a 1 seed in the NCAA tournament. That's unheard of and unfathomable in this climate. So let's just put Florida on its own island for a sec. Then you look at the rest of the league, and it feels like there's a bunch of teams at the top that are mixed together. Texas, Tennessee, Arkansas, Kentucky, Vanderbilt, just simply because you bring back a player the caliber of a Tyler Tanner. I still think, and I'm planning on the fact that Aiden Holloway will be back at Alabama, so you throw Alabama in that mix. Certainly Missouri is intriguing with the freshmen that they're bringing in, 2 McDonald's All-Americans, Jason Crow Jr. and Tony Bryant, along with, I think, a really, really solid transfer class. I think you have all those teams bunched together, and it's going to be interesting to see out of that group who is going to be able to separate itself as the second-best team in the conference behind Florida. Texas, by adding David Punch from TCU, I think has the most up front out of the teams I just mentioned. But you guys don't know as well as I do, this is only June.
John, when Cal says the average age on my team is going to be 18 years and 7 months, I mean, there's a fire in his voice when he says it. You've been around him a while. I mean, this seems to be like what he enjoys most.
Well, yeah, no, he is comfortable coaching a young team, but I also think, guys, we have to now highlight the importance of 2 players specifically, and that's Billy Richmond, and it's obviously Jeremiah Wilkinson. Wilkinson, for 2 years at the power conference level at Cal and at Georgia, has been a consistent double-figure scorer. You know, a guy who last year got over 17 points per game and is a key veteran piece in this talented young nucleus on the perimeter. And Billy Richmond, I really felt for the better part of 2 years, was one of the best utility players, if not the ball. But at the end of last year, you could see him becoming a player who could comfortably produce at an all-SEC level. The last 4 games of last season, Billy Richmond was 14-7. So now those two guys, Wilkinson and Richmond, in my opinion, are two guys who I'm expecting to be all SEC caliber players. Funny, you know, everybody loves to talk about freshmen when we're forecasting things for the future. People forget about the veterans. So those two players are going to be invaluable to Arkansas having a chance to, again, have a great season under John Calipari and go to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament and beyond once again.
John Rothstein, CBS Sports. You'll see him if you watch games on CBS. You'll see him if you follow social media, basketball conversation. He eats, drinks, sleeps at 365. And it is only June, John, but when we look at this roster, I've heard Mika Mirinen could end up being a top 5 pick in the draft. Just an incredible talent. But you go all through this roster, and they look loaded. But Arkansas fans also realize the last couple of years maybe they've lacked something inside. And the question becomes, and they've got another guy that's been on campus. They're down to the final 2 that could reclassify. Another 6'10", 220-pound guy that could come in, more of a post player. But how important is that? When you look at this roster, how good is this team if they don't get anybody else to really fill kind of a post presence?
Well, that's the thing, guys, that is keeping Arkansas, in my opinion, away from being a top 5 to 7 team nationally. And if you look at when Arkansas played the best of the best last year, the lack of a formidable interior presence, I'm talking about high level, has been something that held Arkansas back. I mean, guys, I did the game Thanksgiving night in Chicago. Arkansas played their tails off against Duke. Cam Boozer went out and got 35 and took over the game. Remember the game at Florida when Florida won decisively against Arkansas. Shinyulu was eating Arkansas up inside, and the interior defense of this team was also, in my opinion, exploited when Arizona beat Arkansas in the Sweet 16. So I think, guys, 1 through 4 right now, John Calipari has a team that's going to be able to match up with anybody in college basketball. I really believe that. Now, it's clear they're going, into the European model a little bit. As you mentioned, they're involved with some players who reclass. I know they took Cooper Bowser from Furman. So I think that right now is what you point to. Somebody has to emerge, or a group of players has to emerge as capable at that spot if Arkansas is going to have a legitimate chance to be mentioned among the best teams in the country. Cooper Bowser stepping up a weight class from Furman to Arkansas. He only had a handful of games the last couple of seasons against power conference competition, but he was the 5-man in the NCAA tournament for Furman when they played UConn, and Paris Reed got 31 and 27. So I think, there's a reason why Arkansas is going after all these different pieces at the 5 spot. That is the wild card right now for the Razorbacks. But 1 through 4, I love this team, especially, like I said, because you have 2 guys who have been through it for multiple years at this level in Wilkinson and Billy Richmond.
John, we'll get you out of here with this. You live in New York. You're a native New Yorker. You have experienced the Knicks winning the World Championship, and now you're experiencing the World Cup. Can you give us some quick boots on the ground of what New York has been like lately?
Guys, I'm not gonna kid with you, but I was working on my clips yesterday from the SEC offseason breakdown, and people started flipping out in my apartment building, and I guess there was a dramatic ending to a game. I forgot that the World Cup was being played because I was talking about Arkansas and Tennessee. I was legitimately 100%. Like, people were like screaming from their balconies, and I said, "What happened?" They said, "What do And I said to the person, downstairs I was talking, I said, oh, it was a crazy finish in like the Germany game. It said that you weren't watching. I said, no, I was studying, Miles Rubin's, interior defense at Tennessee. He's had 2.3 block shots a game for 3 straight years.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
That's so you. That's awesome. We love it. We appreciate you coming on,
he's
man.
the best.
Thanks
Absolutely
for making time
the
for us.
Thank you,
It means a
John.
lot. Thanks so much, John.
Guys, have a great summer anytime. Looking forward to it.
I appreciate it. You too, my man. John Rothstein. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
he's
that World Cup.
That is so him.
Yeah, it
There's
is.
no question. Follow him on X. You'll be glad you did. Make sure you follow the right account. There's a fake John Rothstein account out there. But if you want to know college basketball as it's happening and year round, get opinions, and he covers the gamut, man. I mean, it's just not like he's in the Northeast or he's covering North Carolina or Duke.
No.
It's everything.
And when you talk about a true New Yorker never drives. He doesn't drive, doesn't own a car.
He told me it's going to have to be a little after 7 because I got to take my kid to school. And I'm thinking, no, he walked his kid to school.
Yes. Or they took the subway.
He was walking back.
Yeah. There's no car involved.
Oh, that's great. Hey, when it comes to celebrating life's moments, Blakeman's has been helping families for over 35 years. This summer, you might need to mark an occasion. Maybe it's coming up this fall. Whatever it is, if you want a lifetime memory and you'll always have a story to tell with it, that's what Blakeman's wants to help you do. World-class diamonds, crafted custom pieces. Discover the difference of true luxury, the experience at Blakeman's Fine Jewelry in Rogers. It's where Arkansas gets engaged. I don't even know now. I don't even know what I was about to say.
We were talking about.
It was profound.
What were we talking about?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me, Bo, over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Parts.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSBank.com, member FDIC.
It's Chuck Barrett. He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we were going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters. And I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
I'm right. No, Arthur. I'm right. I am right. Go look at it. Go look it up. Do the research and then come back.
The Chuck and Bo
Arthur's
Show.
got a $1,000 bet in on Notre Dame to win the national championship. That's Bart's team. Outside of the
$1,000?
Razorbacks, that's Bart's childhood team. Grew up being a Notre Dame fan, and I don't think Bart's very happy about it. He doesn't want that juju on him.
It's just no vibes.
I don't like it.
I don't like people betting on my teams.
My God.
$1,000.
$1,000.
That's no. I don't mean that in any sort of offensive way toward Arthur or anything like that whatsoever. I just like it'd be like if I saw that from anybody, I wouldn't like it.
Yeah, let's not overdo
But it pays out at
By the way, I heard Feinbaum talking about this yesterday. Notre Dame's schedule is a joke every year. How do you feel about that, Bart? Not Notre Dame as a team, not Marcus Freeman as a coach,
or a program.
Great program, great tradition. Marcus Freeman's coveted by the NFL. He's as coveted a coach as there is out there right now. Great program, but the schedule. We talk about this every year. The schedule is a reality. It is a reality.
Yeah, I think it's overblown more often than not. There are certainly years where the things just don't line up, right? They've got that scheduling partnership with the ACC, and they get some lousy teams from the ACC. They also they schedule more non-conference games, so to speak, than anybody else as an independent. And so you don't always know what those teams are going to be like. Like, take it 10 years ago, and Wisconsin and Michigan State are great games, right? Those are two teams they're playing this year. And so you don't know. But, BYU is going to be a good team this year. Miami's going to be a good team this year. SMU is going to be a good team this year. Those are three really good games just right there.
We don't have enough time to get into all this right now. We can come
back
to it.
I understand the sentiment. I get it.
It actually, when you listed off, some teams there, it made me realize something. And that is other teams are getting better at college football. And they, like SMU, for example, when you call them a tough opponent, all right?
Yeah.
It's not something that anybody would have said a few years ago. But I just wonder, these teams that are ranked in the top 10 in the country, we sometimes look at Arkansas' schedule and we say, well, it's difficult because Arkansas is not very good right now. But just name a team and have them play North Alabama, at Utah, Georgia, Tulsa, at Texas A&M, Tennessee, at Vanderbilt, Missouri, at Auburn, South Carolina, and then at Texas, LSU.
Yeah.
I mean,
I get it. I get it. Look, Notre Dame's schedule is never going to be that of an SEC team, because they have this scheduling agreement with the ACC, and quite frankly, the ACC sucks. That's a terrible football league. Terrible. But they do play Miami and SMU, who our guy Phil Steele here has as the top two teams in the league this year.
This was a 4-week stretch though for Notre Dame last week in succession.
Last year?
Yeah, last season. I'm sorry. Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, North Carolina State.
I mean, that's 4 in succession right there. A team like Notre Dame, let's be honest. I mean, you can pad your record right there. Most that's and you look at the results from last
and
year,
again,
that's exactly what
like
they did.
I said, like some of these games are scheduled so far in advance.
You're right.
Like you expect, and they're scheduling a lot of non-conference games. You expect that these teams are just going to continue to be good, and that doesn't always happen. Wisconsin has fallen off dramatically. When this game was scheduled at Lambeau Field, Wisconsin was not what they are right now. Michigan State has fallen off a cliff. That was one of the best teams in the Big Ten, and it has been a long time rivalry game for Notre Dame. Michigan State has fallen off a cliff.
I'm not saying it's necessarily their fault other than they're not in the conference. I'm just talking about when we talk about the schedule, to me, there's not maybe one topic when it comes to who is going to have success in a season that's more important than what their schedule is.
Well, Notre Dame, just the reality for Notre Dame is until or unless they play a Big Ten or an SEC schedule, unless they're a member of one of those conferences, there are going to be people that always question their schedule. That's just the reality of the situation.
All right, we got to hit a break. We've got Otis Kirk coming up. How many games of the World Cup? How many minutes of the World Cup?
I wonder
has
if he
Otis
watched
seen?
the penalty kicks yesterday.
There's football
or whatever
recruiting
they're called.
news. We'll get his thoughts on that and whatever else we want to dive into when we get to Otis next. Chuck and Bo on Demand's driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. 5 great brands, including Chuck's Chevrolet Silverado.
Right. That's right. Chevy Silverados. You can say big money right now in Chevy Silverados, too. That's not the only, obviously, vehicle they've got. You drive by, and you're going to see a wide selection. Honda, Acura, Chevy, Toyota. Best pre-owned selection you're going to find anywhere. Check it out. FayettevilleAutoPark.com.
Yeah, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When it comes to sports and work, we all understand preparation, performance, and recovery. And that's exactly how the Sweat No Edge works. I'm in the program myself. I've told you about it before. It's designed for men who want to stay competitive as they age with hormone therapy for low testosterone, peptide therapy, metabolic testing, in-body scans, weight loss, and so much more. If you want to feel like you once did, get the free consultation. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com or just search the Sweat No Edge.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. We're just kind of wading through it, figuring it out with you this morning.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Oakland is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oakland Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise, world-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered.
Having what they came down here for in stock on the shelf is very important. You're going to find everything that you could possibly want. I've heard customers tell me over the years that they may be sitting around, somebody brings up some weird name whiskey, and somebody will chime in and say, well, if anybody's got it, it's going to be Macadoodles.
Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Favorite Razorback from the Chad Morris era. Let's do that. We're doing random Razorbacks today. And Dionisio Gomez has the lead. He's the leader in the clubhouse. He is the Razorback of the day.
Brutal.
And we're going to look for your favorite Razorback during the Chad Morris era. Was it Ty Story when he came back with Western Kentucky?
It might have been. It was the loudest cheer of those 2 years was when Ty Story
I think
came
the
back.
crowd was actually rooting for Ty Story in Western Kentucky.
Where's Duval Wally?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was
Who was a running back in the Chad Morris era? Do we remember any of this?
Boyd.
Rakeem Boyd.
That's the only person I
Wow, from junior college.
Because
From
Devois
Notch
Whaley
James
was he was a Bielema guy, right?
No, he played 1 year with Morris.
Did he?
He played
Okay.
the same year.
Most people did.
Yeah.
Most people played 1 year with Morris. Name the quarterback room for the Chad Morris era. How about that?
Cole Kelly,
Nick
Ty
Starkle.
Story, Nick Starkle, Ben Hicks throws picks.
Ben Hicks. you don't have to take shots at people.
Golly,
You can say,
Bart, come
golly.
on. I mean,
Connor
he did his
Nolan,
best,
Connor
you know.
Nolan, John Stephen Jones,
That's right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's like 8 quarterbacks.
and none of them won an SEC
Yeah, none of them
game.
panned out, did they?
Jack Lindsay.
Connor Nolan.
Jack Lindsay played. Yeah, that's right.
Connor Nolan.
Now, did Jack play for Lunny? Did Lindsay start when Lunny had taken over?
That's a good question.
I don't recall exactly. I think Lunny might have been the interim then.
Better interim coach. Barry Lunny Jr., John L. Smith.
Well, people have done worse than 4-8. I think it should be probably noted there. I mean, John L. That was not a great year, but people have done
But he
worse.
sure was. He sure
people
was
have done
entertaining.
worse.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Arthur is in Vermont. Hogs play tonight. Arthur, good morning.
Good morning. I'm owning the day, but I can't really say I'm happy about it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Germany
Way
blew penalty kicks last night. And Paraguay.
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 How do you say it, Bart?
Paraguay.
Paraguay.
That guy didn't say it that way.
No,
though. The
he
English
didn't.
guy.
John
he didn't-
Bart
he
says
didn't,
no.
he didn't
He's
say
British.
it that way.
They
British.
won in the
sorry.
World Cup. Otis Kirk here to talk more World Cup action with us. Otis, how many minutes of the World Cup have you watched so far?
0.
I knew he was going to say that.
0. I have not watched one single second of it. The only time I've ever watched the World Cup was when I was dating a girl, and I was with her, and she wanted to watch it. So you know what we do for women, man. I mean, but that was the
Watch the
most
World Cup.
painful experience date I've ever been on in my life. It's like, can somebody just shoot me, man? Somebody rob this store and get me out of here. Kidnap me, anything. No, I have not watched one second of it. I just don't like soccer, man. I
Just don't like it.
I just don't.
How do you feel about your social media feeds just being just full of it?
Yeah. Well, that's okay, guys. Because look, I feel mine full of Lakers crap, and I know a lot of people hate the NBA and hate the Lakers. So if they can put up with my Lakers, I can put up with their soccer. So that's fine. I mean, I just breeze through it, you know. But yeah, that doesn't bother me. But because I know, hey, man, a lot of people like that. But you know, I bore them with my Lakers, so I can't complain about them filling up social media with the soccer stuff. That's fine. But yeah, no, I just can't get into it, man. I just can't. And I hope USA wins. I hope USA wins. But somebody gonna accuse me of hating the country if I don't say I hope
You
USA
hate
wins.
America.
Un-American.
Yeah,
Otis Kirk,
yeah. I said I didn't like the song the other day, man. They came at me like I'd trashed the national anthem or something, man. I mean, it's just a regular song. Jesus, people on edge, man.
It is a world.
It's
like
the
that.
World Cup.
Yeah, it is the World Cup. And I don't know if you know, but we play again tomorrow night if you change your mind.
It's going to be on Fox.
Knockout round.
7.
You got to do or die.
7.
You lose, you're out.
Playing Bosnia-Herzegovina.
Well, maybe they'll win. Like I said, I hope they win. I really do. I don't have to watch it. I just like a lot of the Olympics. Of course, I watch Olympic basketball, but a lot of the Olympic sports I don't watch. But sure, hope they win, man.
Otis, what would it take to get you to the Chuck and Bo watch party tomorrow night for the World Cup? A female?
No, I don't know. I've got girls. I can't go the female route. I guess the Randy Moss route, man. Straight cash, homie. Straight cash.
Straight cash.
Get a lot of it. Stack it up. Stack it up. My NIL.
If you want Otis at your World Cup party, straight
cash,
cash will do the talking. That's how to get it. By the way, is LeBron going to the Warriors or what?
I don't know. I don't think that's finished yet. I don't know, man. If he does, he does. But I love LeBron, but he's got to do what's best for him. But I think it's going to be. That's still up in the air. There's still a lot of I's dotted and T's crossed to get all that to happen because they're trying to put him and AD together and Draymond and Curry and Porzingis. I don't think I'd get a doctor and trainer over there if they put that team together. They're going to need it. And I'm not necessarily talking about LeBron as much as I am some of those others, man. Porzingis.
QC Kinetics Arena.
That's right.
Yeah. Porzingis stays sick all the time, and AD just can't stay on the court. And Butler's, well, I guess they trade Butler, but I don't know why Washington would want Butler. But that's what I say. There's so much got to happen for all that to take place.
Hey, did I see where the Lakers let Nick go?
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
Okay.
they cut him. They let him go.
Nick Smith.
He had a $2.5 million salary team option, and they declined it. Doesn't mean he won't re-sign later if they get to 13 people and they need another player, they could still re-sign. I know they like him, but right now they're just trying to get as many vacant roster spots as they can, trying to make even $2.5 million, which is a lot to us, But the NBA, that's no money. But they're trying. It adds up after a while. You take 2.5 here, you take 7 over there, 5 here, and eventually it adds up to pretty good money. So that's what they're getting at, and just trying. It's kind of like Oklahoma City let Isaiah Joe go. It wasn't performance based. It's just, man, it's just salary based anymore, and those. No one wants to go over that second apron. It's brutal when you do that.
Otis, are you doing anything for the 4th of July? You a big fireworks guy?
No, I'm not, man. I'm the most boring human being in this world, man.
All right. Don't say you're so short.
No, I like fireworks. I doubt I do. I don't know. There's been a time or two I've actually gone and seen the Arkansas Natural. I don't even know if they're home Saturday, but I have gone and seen the Arkansas Natural play when they had their fireworks stuff. And so I've done that, but I haven't even looked at the schedule. Gosh, that's Saturday. This is Tuesday. I can't even think that far ahead, guys.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I know the Springdale Country Club has fireworks, so I know.
Yeah, and I've gone to that before. And used to the mall would have it. The Northwest Arkansas Mall would have it, and I'd go up there. So, I shouldn't say, I like them, but I haven't even thought that far ahead, to be honest with you guys.
One more about the 4th of July. Are you going to watch the hot dog eating competition?
Yeah, I probably will, man. That guy he can throw them down, King. Man, he throw them back. I mean, he throws those things down.
That's good TV.
Man, I would be sick for a week if I ate hot dogs that fast. Yeah.
Seriously.
Man.
All right.
Hey, Otis, we've not talked since they announced the naming rights for the stadium. What do you think about that? How's that going to affect recruiting? I mean, what do you think?
Well, like everything else, guys, it's about the money, and that's what people don't understand. And it's still going to have Razorback Stadium at the end of the name. And I've heard a lot of people griping and stuff, and people mad about it. But look, until they get some common sense into college athletics and get this spending under control, you're gonna have deals like this where it's about the money, man. That's what it's about, and that's what gets recruits here. I mean, you don't go talk to Rashad Silver if you ain't got money. You ain't got a stack of money. It's just the way it is, and I don't. Tradition is. I know. I had a guy tell me, "Oh, Hunter Yurachek's just sticking the middle finger up at the tradition." Guys, he's not. He's got a deal that tops Southern Cal's deal. I mean, more money. And that's what you've got to do in this day and age. So, like I said, somebody gets his spending under control and has some common sense rules passed, and then maybe some of this stuff will stop. But till then, it's about money, man. And that's not going to change. It can't change because there's just too much money involved in it for it to change.
Speaking of recruiting and money, how's Arkansas doing in football? It seems like every week there's another. Well, there's been a lot of visits, but then there's another commitment. It seems like every other week.
Yeah, they got 3 last week. The official visits are over now. I mentioned Rashad Silver just a minute ago. He's a defensive back out of Decatur, Georgia. He's going to announce tomorrow night at 6 between Arkansas, Georgia, and Wake Forest. 4-star recruit, top recruit, and he's going to announce tomorrow night. And I think Arkansas's got a chance. You always feel better if the home state school is out of it. They're not. Georgia's not out of it, but I do know that he had a good visit to Arkansas. He likes Arkansas, and he likes Wake Forest. And so not locked to go to Georgia, I don't think. But, I mean, I like the recruiting class. Bryce Breeden, they picked up over the weekend. He and Will Caston, man, those are perfect linebackers. They're from great families, great talent, great character. He's recruited a lot of kids with pretty good character and stuff, and and some talent too. And a big offensive lineman, Elijah Shaw from Kansas City, 6'9", 290 guy asked me, can he play basketball? He was joking, but I said, well, yeah, he actually can. He's actually pretty dang good at basketball. Does he plan to double up here? I doubt it. But, I mean, yeah, the answer is yes, he can play basketball. In fact, he's got a brother at Boston College. And at the time he told me this, guys, that I never checked. I know the draft. I watched every second of the draft, obviously. But he told me his brother was at Boston College and could get drafted. I don't know if he did or not. But so I don't know. But yeah, Shaw is a big-time basketball player. He knocks some people around inside at 6'9", 290.
Hey, what do you think of Silverfield so far?
I like him. He's let me say this. I've seen comparisons to him and Chad Morris. Look, I've been around every coach since I came. I've been around coaches since Frank Broyles. And I moved up here in '97, but I've been around football coaches since Frank Broyles was here, guys. There ain't nothing that Ryan Silverfield reminds me of Chad Morris. I'll tell you who he reminds me of, and I'm not saying he'll have the success this guy did, but he reminds me a lot more of Houston Nutt than he does Chad Morris. Chad Morris was in over his head, and if you were around Chad, and I like Chad, so I'm not dogging the guy, but I mean, he was in over his head, and you knew that if you were around him.
Yeah.
You just hoped you hoped you were wrong, but you suspected he was in over his head, and he was. I don't get that with Ryan. I see him more. If he ends the raw stuff he does is more like a Houston Nutt than Chad Morris. Ryan has a plan for everything he does. He has a reason and a plan, and it doesn't mean everything's going to work. And like I said, I'm not saying he'll win as much as Houston did. Times have changed since then. So I get all that, but these comparisons to Chad Morris are not fair. They're just not. Well, they're not accurate because like I said, I've been around these guys, every one of them, and there's nothing of him that reminds me of Chad Morris. It's a different. People are trying to. I don't like Ryan Silverfield. He's a clown like Morris, and that's look, man. You're at the outside looking in. You're way off base on that. You're wrong.
I agree with you, Otis. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
By the way, I saw. It just kind of made me mad. I don't know why, but somebody at On3 did a rank the coaches in the SEC, and they had Silverfield 16th. I'm like, how do you know that? Like, where are you getting that?
Yeah, he beat Golish. He beat the coach at Florida. I mean, you know, he beat the coach at Oklahoma State. I mean, what are you basing that on? And I've seen other, you know, on threes, but there's others have done that too, and they're always at 16th, and I don't get it. And I think the guy's going to have some success here. When I say that, I've heard that before. You know, well, I'm not talking about 10-2. I'm not talking about Bobby Petrino type success. I'm not saying first time around. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying I think the guy has a plan. I think he's got a chance to execute it, and if he can get the money, he's got more than Sam had. He's got more money. That's and they've got a bigger staff. And that's what allowed him to find that junior college defensive tackle, the bigger staff. He has enough staff that he has a guy going through the junior college players just looking, seeing if they can find somebody, especially linemen. Makes a difference.
Makes a difference.
Yeah. And they found that junior college lineman. They got him in here before everybody else found out about him, and they got a commitment from him. And this kid's 6'4", 6'5", 315 pounds, and can play. And they wouldn't have done that in the past because they didn't have the manpower to do it. That's what I mean about it. They're getting somebody that they haven't got in the past because they didn't have the manpower to research stuff like that in the past. That's what I mean.
Yeah, Otis, I hate to stop this, but they're telling me we have to go. They said, Bo, we were supposed to go 2 minutes ago, but this was so good we didn't want to stop. So thank you so much.
Otis.
Have a great, happy 4th of July, and enjoy the World Cup tomorrow night.
See you guys.
Otis Kirk, everybody. Do you have more opinions today? Do you have more things that we haven't gotten to?
Hell yeah, brother.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Pascal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Pascal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopascal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Flight by Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yingling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yingling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple. When you win, you get to say anything you want. That's what sucks. When you don't win, the other guys get to say anything they want, and you just got to take it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, Bart will love this. Chuck, you'll love this.
What's that?
Traveler at Harry Reid Airport actually casually won $3.3 million playing Wheel of Fortune while waiting at Gate C yesterday on their flight.
Wow.
How many times?
Hell yeah. I would have snuck like 3.3 million.
The question is, did they then get on their flight?
Yeah.
Because that would be the smart move. Edward has a thought on Freddie, the Twitter account that everybody's following and talking about with all the World Cup, experiencing America. He wonders if this is real.
I think it's fake. I've seen a lot about it. I think it's a psyop.
I think
it's a
there's
plant.
some grifting going on out there.
It's either
I do think
it's
that.
either a European grifting and doing a great job at it, or it's someone who was planted by the American government as a psyop to tell us all how great the country is.
Get the tinfoil hats
And
out.
the more you look at the old stuff on his account, the more it makes a lot of sense.
I do think there's some grifting out there,
Yeah,
like guys that are just
absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
they're not quite what they say they are.
Right.
But they're pulling it off. Now, I don't know about like government plans.
Yep,
like
and then
Blackhawks
like
and
2
stuff.
days
I don't know
ago
about
he
that.
said 2 days ago he said that he was going to delete his account when he went back to Germany. He said, "Oh, the influencer life isn't for me." I don't know. And then all of a sudden he's not going back when Germany loses. He's going to stay for a few more weeks. It's just it's suspect. I think it's a psyop.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting. I don't know about the psyop part.
Obvious psyop.
Social media giveth,
Yeah.
and it taketh
Yeah.
away.
I mean, it's,
That's the world we live in now.
It
That's
is.
the world we live in.
It is. You can
gotta
really
stay
get something
vigilant.
going
You
there.
got to stay vigilant.
Stay
online.
vigilant.
And I'm just trying to keep my
Dave, what are we staying vigilant about with that?
to not get
to not get fooled.
brainwashed.
To not get fooled by-
So we don't get
brainwashed.
fooled again.
That's right.
Okay.
Not get fooled by the guy that really enjoys Waffle House and Chili's.
Oh,
and
this has gone way beyond that. This has gone so
Ella
far
Langley,
beyond liking
meet
Chili's.
and greet.
Yeah.
Well, they're getting like
Going to the
trips
White
all over the
House,
place. Yeah.
meeting
Yeah.
all these like the most famous people in America. Like it's suspect. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's all fine. But I've got my tinfoil hat on.
Is it
Yeah.
sus?
It is sus. It is sus. Chuck. I would
Sus.
say that.
Yeah.
Yes, I would describe
That's
it as
nothing
sus.
like when Chuck speaks the language.
That's right. The language of the people.
That's
what I wanted to start with, but I wasn't sure if it would be understood.
It's the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Tuesday. Matt Jones to talk some baseball coming up. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club at Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool and a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club at Mountain Home. It's home away from home.
This is Chuck Barrett, and I'm so glad I chose McDonald Eye Associates for my recent cataract surgery. They took great care of me. You have to have good vision to be the voice of the Razorbacks, and I'm glad I trusted my eyes to McDonald Eye. I learned patients of all ages have a lot of options when it comes to modern surgery to reduce or even eliminate your eyeglasses. They've been taking care of patients for over 50 years, and that says a lot. So for your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
We want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Oh, I don't want Lane Kiffin at LSU. I want weird stuff going on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At First Security Bank, banking isn't one size fits all. It's personal because everyone's financial journey looks a little different. From managing day-to-day spending, running a small business, to helping your kids learn more smart money habits, or taking that big step toward buying a home. At First Security, you get the services you expect, the technology you need, and the real support of local people who live here, know the community, and take the time to understand what you're trying to accomplish. Life moves fast, and having a bank that moves with you makes a difference. Whether you prefer stopping by a branch, banking on the app, or picking up the phone to talk with someone who actually knows your name, First Security is there. They offer smart tools like mobile banking, bill pay, and mobile check deposit, along with thoughtful solutions like flex banking for kids, checking built for small businesses, and local mortgage lenders who guide you through the home buying process. Choose the power of personal. Bank better at First Security. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Summer may be the off-season for the Razorbacks, but it's the perfect season for the restaurant at Stonebreaker. Located in Fayetteville on Markham Hill, the restaurant at Stonebreaker features seasonal menus built around fresh Arkansas ingredients. Plus, enjoy inviting spaces to gather with friends and family. Whether you're stopping in for drinks at the bar, dinner on the screened porch, or relaxed evening in the parlor, you're sure to find something worth coming back for. This summer, pull up a chair on the hill. Visit stonebreakerhotel.com for more information. That's stonebreakerhotel.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate for complexity you can taste. A spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available in select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
Previously heard on the Chuck and Bo Show.
So I think it was Saturday. I went to go get something for lunch, right? And I went to a local establishment that has a drive-thru. I wanted a cheese, right?
Is it a fast food place, or they just have a to-go lane?
No, I mean it's a drive-thru.
It's a drive-thru, and you went to get a cheeseburger.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's right.
All right.
And I pull into the drive-thru. I order my food. They ask for a name for the order, and I gave them my name.
Mark. They called you Mark.
No. The guy said, "How's your pops Homer doing?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh man, I haven't heard that one before." So I was like, "Well, that we're off to a rip-roaring start here."
Did you say clever or something like that?
Yeah, I said, "That's funny." Get to the window, and the total was like $14.94 or something like that. Almost $15, not quite 15.
What all did you have in this order?
It was a burger and fries.
That was it?
That was it. I hand the guy a $20 bill, and he takes the $20 bill and is fixing change or like, putting it in the cash register, whatever. And he turns to me and is like, "Do you want your change, or would you like to leave it as a tip?"
Yeah.
And your response was?
$5 and something at
What'd
the
you say?
drive-thru. Right?
What'd you say?
I said, "Well, I want my change."
Did you say it like that?
I said,
I think you probably did, Chuck.
I was like, I'd like my change, yes, please. And so the guy hands me back his change, or hands me back my change, and then sticks a tip jar out the window. And I'm like,
He wanted his tip.
What is going on here? I'm at the drive-thru. This is inappropriate.
The Chuck and Bo Show on demand is driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Catch up on all 3 hours with the podcast version on Spotify and Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
What if this is going to sound really horrible, and I apologize, I don't mean to be mean, but what if you could get an extra year of eligibility by getting a judge to give you a temporary injunction because you played for Chad Morris at Arkansas?
Yeah, you wouldn't have to leave town.
No.
Yes, Washington County, you could find a judge that says, "You know what, I agree with you, I would like those 2 years back as a fan too."
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You're just talking. You're just talking.
I'm ready to roll right now, though.
Cheats, steals.
It's a real talk show host.
Live from the Warfield Distillery Studios, Idaho's most awarded distillery.
Let it out.
Let it out.
Let it rip.
Let it go.
If you're a Hawk fan, be a Hawk fan.
Hey, well, you're wrong.
Come in at your own risk. Nobody's safe in here.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Administration, it's better than it was last year. And then on the fan side, it's been great. We've had some people really step up, and people that have helped us have recruited other businesses. And I think there's just a lot of people that want to see us succeed here. And I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And it's given us an opportunity to go out and compete against the teams across the country, and really the teams in the Southeastern Conference that have had this type of opportunity every year.
Dave Van Horn talking late last week about his baseball program, the finances, and where they're headed. Matt Jones covers it on a regular basis, wholehogsports.com. Also was all over the stadium rights with some great work there and some insight that we'll get into as well. Matt, good morning. Thanks for hopping on with us on the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Tuesday. How are you?
Good morning, Bo. I'm doing well.
We got to ask. We're just running a poll here. Are you watching the World Cup?
Not a whole lot. I think I've watched two of the three, or parts of two of the three of the games that the U.S. has played in. But the other games, no, I haven't watched it. I tell you what I have found a lot of fun in, though, is like the social media clips of the people who have come into the country, and maybe it has not been anywhere near what their expectations were. Not just that, but like seeing their cultures, like a video of someone playing bagpipes outside of their Airbnb in Massachusetts or something. I mean, those kind of videos have been kind of fun. So that's really what I've enjoyed about this World Cup. But I think I'm probably like a lot of people, as the games get bigger and more meaningful, I'll probably sit down and watch more of them.
Well, the penalty kicks yesterday.
Yeah,
that was that.
Chuck's with you. He's been watching the periphery.
I've been watching all the fun stuff. But yesterday, I'm telling you, Matt, if they would go straight to the penalty kicks, I would be all in. I would watch every match.
Yeah, those are fun. Those are a lot of fun. I remember kind of on a somewhat related story. Arkansas played in a NCAA tournament game here against Stanford. It's been 2 or 3 years ago, and Stanford won the penalty kicks. But I was there, and it was the first time I'd ever been at a soccer game or soccer match where they had penalty kicks. And there's nothing like it. I mean, it's as entertaining as anything you'll ever see in person.
It is. It's electric.
Just one-on-one competition.
Well, you're
right
just
there.
trying to fool the guy.
Yes.
Which way is he going to die?
He's trying to guess right and the whole deal.
Yeah, it is exciting.
Sometimes you kick it over everything, like that one guy did yesterday.
Germany did yesterday. Chuck just wants to hear the call one more time. Just give us.
Listen to this,
second,
Matt. You appreciate good play-by-play. Horribly over, way over, blazed it over.
Matt, we heard from Dave Van Horn a moment ago. Thoughts on where they are in the portal as they are ranked second, but not just the portal class, but assembling the roster. What kind of team are you expecting Arkansas to have? I know it's June and we're a year away from the postseason of next year, but as you follow this, what are you seeing?
Well, the first thing is they got to get through the draft, and that's not fun to hear. But there are so many of these players who they have committed who are draft eligible, and it's not just the draft as it pertains to those players, but some of the players on their own team this year. What happens with Nolan Souza? What happens with Kahia Waloy? What happens with Carson Wiggins? I mean, Wiggins is really the big one. I think that from this year's roster, even though he didn't play, that's the big one that we're watching right now because. Carson Wiggins, he can probably get drafted this year, and he can probably get 7 figures. Let's put it that way. He'll get a nice payday because of the fact he can throw 102 miles an hour. He's got a really good, breaking pitch that complements that fastball. But they think, and a lot of people think that if he comes back next year, and he pitches anywhere near the capability that they think he has. He could be a first-round pick, like a really high first-round pick, and whatever money he might make this year could be multiplied several times next season. So, that's a big one you're watching. And then, like I said, a lot of these transfer portal guys, A.J. Avasco's a big right fielder that they've got out of Kansas State. He's a draft-eligible sophomore. A lot of the players who they have committed they've finished their junior year of college. I think of a Zeb Allen, who's the career home run leader at UCA. He's a junior. He would be, I guess, a senior. I don't know what we're calling fifth-year players anymore with the new 5-year eligibility, but he would be a fourth-year player next season. And there's a number of players like that. I think out of the 12 Division I commitments that they've got right now, 6 of them have draft eligibility this year. And then they've got 3 junior college players either committed or signed. And obviously anybody coming out of junior college, they've got draft eligibility. At least, for another couple of years, anybody coming out of high school has draft eligibility. And, there's a 2 or 3 high school players who I think have, really got the eye of Major League Baseball scouts. There were a couple of them, Jaworski Lane Jr., who's an outfielder from the Dallas area, and Judah Ota, who's an outfielder from Honolulu. They both were at the MLB scouting combine last week in Phoenix. So, like there's so many moving parts that I think it's really hard to say, what they look like next season. But based on what we're seeing, they're getting some really talented players. I tell you, I've been impressed a little bit with some of the arms they've gotten out of the transfer portal to this point. I think they've been really good. It's not 1,000 batting average, but they've got a really high batting average of getting pitchers out of the portal and really taking them to a different level in their career once they get on campus at Arkansas. You think about, a Zach Root, you think about an Ethan McIlvain, and that's just in the last couple of years. There have been some other examples of this where they've got a pretty good eye for what they want from a pitcher and then being able to take him to the next level. These arms they've got, like Chris Diaz last week from Florida Gulf Coast, Luke Neiswander from Central Michigan. I think they've got some arms that could potentially grow into something that's fun to watch here at Arkansas.
Matt, Dave's talked about how they've got more money, pardon me, than they had a year ago. They're competitive with the other SEC schools, at least top echelon. When you're in the SEC, though, in the upper echelon, everybody's throwing money around. Do you still get back to some of the old things like, battling the draft, playing at Arkansas as opposed to playing at LSU or playing at Georgia or somewhere like that? What's the separator when you've got great programs and the money's not that far off?
Well, I think the thing that has set Arkansas apart has really been its player development. You look over the last 7 years, there has not been a team that has had more pitchers drafted than Arkansas. And Hunter Dietz is probably going to be a first-round pick next weekend. If he is, he'll be the 4th first-round draft pick as a pitcher in the last 3 years. And out of that group, there would be 3 of those who are all homegrown pitchers. Hagan Smith, he came up through the Arkansas program for 3 years. Gage Wood came up through the Arkansas program for 3 years. And Dietz, even though he didn't pitch for, the majority of 2 of those, he came up through the program. Zach Root's the other last year, and he was a first-rounder after a year at Arkansas, and he really helped his draft stock, I think, by the year that, he had with Matt Hobbs. So I think that's what sets Arkansas apart, and I think that's, you kind of have to be selective in this transfer process. I don't know that Arkansas has the money that's going to be able to compete with every team in the SEC. I really don't. And I'm just talking about, collectively. I think that if you're looking for the biggest payday, I don't know that Arkansas is going to be able to give it to you every time. I think Texas A&M, LSU, Georgia is extremely well-resourced. Those are kind of the programs, maybe throw Mississippi State in there too. They made a big financial commitment once they hired Brian O'Connor last summer. Like, to me, those are the teams that I see that are really every year, getting like the top of the top players. So I don't know that if you're looking for the biggest payday that Arkansas is going to be able to give it to you. But what I do think Arkansas can give you is, they're going to compensate you well. And if you want to be developed, I think that this is a program that, has certainly got a track record. I mentioned pitchers, but I think, with some position players too who have gotten a lot better. I mean, look at Cam Kozel. Look at what he was when he came out of Vanderbilt. I mean, I was talking to somebody yesterday. Can you name how many players do you think have had the 2-year period that Cam Kozel's had at the plate in an Arkansas uniform? It's been incredible what he's done the last couple of years with home runs and RBIs, and Batting average has been fairly good over those 2-year periods if you put it together. So I think they develop players, and I think that's really the sell that Arkansas has in going after a lot of these transfers.
Matt, before we were in this portal transfer NIL world, that it's full steam right now. Even when it was first starting, before it was full steam, I looked at Arkansas as a program that was in really good shape because of all the things you just said. And now when you get into the portal, it's just a different world that you're navigating, and you don't have those same things in terms of development. I look at it, though, sort of like Cal, in that if you want to go to the NBA, if you want to be a professional, you go play for Cal, even though somebody else perhaps offers you more NIL money. Some people take it, some people don't. They come here. And I think that's part of the position that Arkansas is in. I wonder, my question for you is, what's going on with the MLB draft in high schoolers? Are they moving away from high schoolers being drafted before they go to college?
Yeah, so that's the proposal that the owners have given the MLBPA. For people who don't know, Major League Baseball is in the there's a real threat next year that Major League Baseball has a lockout, and the thoughts are that it could be a lockout for a significant amount of time. Because this happens every 4 to 5 years, where they've got to come together and they've got to have a new collective bargaining agreement, and it feels like it's been a while. Maybe what was it, like 2002, 2003. When the owners and the players felt as far apart as they are right now. And so there's a thought that there's going to be a work stoppage next year. And as a quick aside, college baseball could take some big advantage of the fact that there is a work stoppage in Major League Baseball if that happens next year, because you think about all of these television agreements with Major League Baseball, like what's going to fill that void if there are no Major League Baseball games? Well, maybe there's a lot of college baseball games that could step up and fill that void. But one of the proposals that the owners have made to the players is to make significant changes to the draft, to lower the draft from 20 rounds to 12 rounds. To put that in perspective, when I started covering baseball, Major League Baseball draft was 50 rounds, and now they're wanting to take it down to 12. Obviously, they're trying to have fewer players playing minor league baseball, fewer minor league teams. They cut, minor league teams by 25% during COVID, from 160 to 120. But one of the proposals is that there would be no more high school eligibility for the major league draft. You'd have to go to college or mostly go to college, and then that whereas right now you have to go to college through your junior season unless you turn 21 before a certain date. You can be a draft eligible sophomore. Well, in the future, you would be eligible for the draft after your sophomore year. So that's what's going on with the Major League Baseball draft. And then you couple that with this legislation that the NCAA Division I cabinet approved last week to give players 5-year eligibility. And it's really changing, quite drastically, potentially, what rosters look like. I think you're going to continue to see college baseball get older, and players stay around in college for longer because they can make more money in college baseball, at least, at kind of the really highest echelon like the SEC. But also there's just going to be so many less opportunities to go pro because there's going to be fewer minor league teams, I think, in the future. And certainly there's going to be a lot fewer draft picks. So this is something that, it's always changing for college baseball. Yeah. And I think that's what really frustrates the coaches is that, you're trying to build a team, at least through high school recruiting a couple, 3 years out. And all of these roles just continually change. And so it's hard to keep up with that. And so it's going to be very interesting to see where that goes. I think the players are staunchly against high schoolers not having an opportunity to go to the draft. But, there's going to have to be some concessions on both sides. And so we'll see if, the players cave on this or if it's something they really dig their heels in on and the owners have to go a different route.
Matt, while you're here, I don't want to let you get out of here. We don't want to let you get out of here without talking about the stadium. And first, let me compliment you and Christina again for the work you guys did to inform us on everything that's gone on surrounding this. Big deal. Financially biggest ever in terms of stadium naming rights for a college team. What's the actual impact? I mean, what does it mean moving forward?
Well, I mean, I think what we've seen in the last year on a number of in a number of ways, whether it be stadium naming rights, the resolution that the Board of Trustees passed to add more money into the athletics department, including some university some basically university side paying for athletics, and then I mean, they're trying to sell everything. I mean, you can buy naming rights, I think, to the press box right now, Chuck. If you want to chip in $50,000, I think you can get that.
Let's do it.
We can make that happen. But
some people away.
Everything's for sale right now, and they're trying to make as much money as they can to put more money into their football program. And so I think that that's really the bottom line, is that they went to a company that nobody had heard of. I shouldn't say nobody. A lot of people had not heard of. Like you think about, why do people buy naming rights? Well, it's to get their name in front of people and to create an awareness of who they are. And this time last week, I bet 95% of people in Arkansas did not know who this credit union was. And within a day, you could probably poll Arkansans, and 95% of the people knew who they were. And that's why they did this, and by getting Community America as their stadium naming rights, they haven't sacrificed, as far as I can tell, any of their pre-existing relationships with these Arkansas businesses who do big business with the Razorbacks, and they've added a significant source of revenue from a company that did not, from what I can tell, advertise with the Razorbacks previously. So. It looks like a pretty big win-win for Arkansas to get them to name their stadium. Like you said, it's a lot of money. 13 years, $70 million is what we reported, and it's funny how the perception of this really changed when Christina broke that story. That that's what the financials were, because it felt like for the first 24, 26 hours, people weren't real thrilled about it, and then once they saw that, hey, this is a really big deal. This is over $1 million more than USC, which is a premier program, is getting for naming rights at the Coliseum. It's 20% more than the biggest agreed upon deal ever reported before. That seems to really change the public perception on this stadium, and make it to where it feels like now everybody's pretty happy about having this new stadium name. So I think it's a big deal for Arkansas. They just continue, as Hunter Yurachek has said many times, they're trying to find as many financial levers to pull to help improve their athletics program and in particular football. And this was a really big one that they were able to pull.
Again, Matt, thanks. Great work on that. You and Christina, appreciate the work you guys do always. And thanks for making time for us today. WholeHogSports.com. He's Matt Jones.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All the best to you, man. Enjoy the 4th. Have a great week. Hey, Matt Jones, everybody. Yeah,
thorough, very, very thorough.
Does a great job.
Very thorough.
I didn't mean to go down the deep rabbit hole of the MLB draft and high school players, but the reason I asked the question was, if that happens, Arkansas maybe gets back to getting more high school players you can develop and all that. Maybe not, but things have changed. And they're having to change with it in terms of how they've built their program, not just in the portal, but the development process of guys being around 2 or 3 years has led to a lot of their success.
I'm going to be anxious to see how a potential work stoppage affects the decisions of college players in terms of whether or not they come out now, whether or not they wait a year or two. There's going to be a work stoppage.
Less opportunity in the minor leagues, all that.
There's going to be a work stoppage. I don't know if it's going to be a strike or a lockout or how they're going to phrase it, but that's going to happen.
There's more of a chance for players to stick around in baseball than maybe other sports.
Yeah. College baseball took advantage. The last time there was a work stoppage, it was, I think, 100 days. It wasn't super major, but I'm old enough to remember when they canceled the World Series, and you are too. And I think there's some real stuff coming in big league baseball in that regard.
Looking for a great place to watch the games, World Cup, whatever it may be. U.S. plays tomorrow night. Stop by Walk-On. 60 televisions in every location, more in some places, but you won't find a better viewing experience or better food across the board. Everything made from scratch. It's fantastic. And ask about
Yingling Flight when you're there. Flight by Yingling, just 95 calories, but it tastes like a Yingling. It's the next generation of light beer, Flight by Yingling. 8:23, good morning, the Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart, you speak like you're the only smart man breathing.
I take that as a compliment, I think.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Experience football game days on the Hill this fall as head coach Ryan Silverfield leads the Hogs into 2026. Great home matchups line the 7-game slate in Fayetteville, including kickoff in Arkansas on September 5th, the SEC home opener versus the Georgia Bulldogs on September 19th, and a Thanksgiving weekend rivalry battle with the LSU Tigers. Season tickets start at just $300 and are available now at ArkansasRazorbacks.com.
In a world full of shortcuts, one whiskey refused. 100% local Idaho barley, aged in Idaho's mountain climate. For complexity you can taste, a spirit that answers to the land and no one else. This is not just whiskey. This is a declaration. Warfield, American single malt whiskey from Idaho's most awarded distillery. Set the standard. Available at select spirits retailers nationwide. Drink responsibly. Must be 21 or older.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule. Great people, great prices, and plenty to pick from. You get it all at Fayetteville Auto Park. Acura, Chevys, Hondas, Toyotas, even a collision center, all at one location. Shop new, used, and certified pre-owned. Plus, Fayetteville Auto Park has hundreds of new and pre-owned automobiles with big discounts starting at under $30,000. Shop our complete selection online at FayettevilleAutopark.com. That's FayettevilleAutopark.com.
Hey, I'm sorry if this makes too much sense. I am more than happy to hear where I'm off on this.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
People were so excited about just our showing up when we said we're going to show up, calling them back. When we gave them a price, the price didn't change throughout the job. The price was what the price was. And so that experience that I've got in the years that I've been in customer service has taught me that if you could just keep your word, people will keep coming back.
It's what Clay Maxey and the people of Teamwork Roofing and Construction are all about. Learn more at teamworkbuilt.com. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, built on quality, powered by teamwork. Blakeman's isn't just where Arkansas gets engaged. It's where you go to have a wonderful experience.
Every touch point matters. And I think what we show off best is Cafe B. It's Onyx Coffee by Blakeman's. Cafe B, we're offering the best coffee in the country, complimentary. I feel so fortunate to be able to go to work there every day. Big windows, the open lighting, the warm environment, and again, the cafe. It's the best.
Blakeman's, where every day is a diamond. Hey, it's Bo, and what if home meant waking up to bent grass fairways, mountain views, and a community that actually feels like one? Big Creek Golf and Country Club in Mountain Home, Arkansas has just released brand new home sites right on the golf course. The first new construction in 20 years. These are premium properties in a safe, welcoming community surrounded by the natural beauty of the Ozarks at a price that might surprise you. Go big and go home. Visit BigCreekGolf.com today. That's BigCreekGolf.com.
For over 20 years, ProLand Title has been making title insurance easy for Arkansas families. Founded right here in Arkansas with over 45 offices statewide, our team of title insurance veterans will work alongside you every step of the way. They're independently owned, so their only priority is you. ProLand Title can say yes when others can't. Cheer for the pigs, close with the pros. Visit ProLandTitle.com to get a quote today. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
Chuck and I have been doing radio our entire lives. We've been doing shows like this our entire lives. But I feel like we've been having these same conversations for 30 years, Chuck. And it is basically, how do we win at football?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, let's go to the phones here. William's in Lafayette. William, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
Good morning. How y'all doing today?
Doing great. How about you?
Thank you.
Doing good. I'm real curious about you guys in particular's opinion on this, right? I just was on hold for a few minutes, and I heard both of you guys endorsing products. So I feel like y'all are subject matters experts on this. But what does $70 million worth of advertising look like? Over 13 years, every time the Razorbacks play a football game on SEC Network with the Paul Feinbaum kickoff shows, like all of that adds up. From my seat, I mean, look, I'm not in the game. I think they got a heck of a deal, right? And I think it's on us as Razorback fans when you're talking about how you can support this, right? This company invested in us, put their logo on our stadium. They're going to expect an ROI on that 70, right? And I'm assuming that's going to be in brick and mortar buildings in the state of Arkansas and commerce conducted at their bank, right? So when we sit back down at the negotiating table and we ask them and we show them the analytics, right? And I'm assuming Flight by Yinlin and Blakeman's and all those, y'all do that from time to time. And this is the impact. This is now what my advertising is worth. Is that not what the ultimate goal is here, guys? For the state to embrace this credit union, grow it, and show what it means to put your logo on a Razorback stadium, and then what it's worth in 13 years. Is that not the long-term goal?
Well, yes. I think it goes beyond Razorback fans, though. But in terms of recognition and in terms of, when you're moving into a new state, I mean, you want to attach yourself to what people talk about the most. And the Razorbacks are what people talk about the most in our state. And I'm sure that played into their line of thinking. And I think Arkansas people will, they've already got, as you put it, brick and mortar stores in Northwest Arkansas and have for a bit. And I'm sure that'll continue going through the state. But what Matt Jones said a minute ago is why you advertise. On Tuesday, nobody had ever heard of Community America, at least in Arkansas. And by Wednesday at noon, everybody had. So that's their first victory right there.
As far as supporting them, like, people advertise. Anybody can advertise. You got to decide whether you like what you're getting.
All you're doing is putting their name out there.
Yeah, like everybody can say, hey, this place is great, but if you don't like it, you're not going there. Like, we like First Security Bank. We know First Security Bank. We know we can walk in there. We know exactly what we're getting. We know the people. We know what they've meant to Arkansas forever. That doesn't mean we don't like other people. I mean, Chuck and I both know a bunch of bankers. You do too. But for somebody moving in to the state to announce, hey, this is who we are, we're here, that's a pretty high-profile position to be in. Moving forward, you talk about their ROI. Their ROI depends on them. Like, they've got the marquee now. What are they going to do with it? And moving forward, when this deal's up, the idea for the Razorbacks is to still be high profile or to be more high profile by winning games, to be something everybody's talking about. That's the job of the Razorbacks or that venue, to maintain some value that they can sell to somebody else.
That's right. 13 years from now, you've got to be able to go to the next prospect and say, look at what we helped Community America accomplish. And that's your selling point. This will be a win-win for everybody.
I mean, it sure seems that way.
Yeah, this will be a win-win.
New money for the Razorbacks. We're coming to you from the Warfield Distillery Studios.
Speaking of win-win.
Do you guys like Warfield or what?
Yeah. That was good the other day.
It was great. It was great. Bart, your favorite is what?
Either the of the whiskeys, it's the one you have sitting there on
Sun Valley.
your desk. Yeah, the Sun Valley.
It has
Took a big
a
pull out of that
bourbon
one in
feel
the
to
break.
it.
The organic aged gin is also a standout in my mind.
Doesn't taste like gin. If you have an aversion to gin, you will not most likely have this is a barrel-aged bottle of gin. They do it differently at this Idaho distillery in Sun Valley. It's the most awarded distillery in Idaho. It's distilled at almost 6,000 feet. And the use of Scottish copper pot stills help produce complex, high-quality spirits. The thing is, this is great. They're all great, depending on what flavors you like. They've got one that's gently peated that's more like a Scotch. But the price point on these, you're going to be $40 or less, and it's going to taste high-end. So find a Warfield spot near you, a store, a restaurant that has it. They're all over Arkansas. Now owned by an Arkansas company and becoming part of the natural estate quickly. Go to drinkwarfield.com. Scroll down. You'll see a spot for you to put your zip code in. That'll tell you locations near you where you can pick up a bottle of your Warfield. Give it a try. 833. I can't see. And I just Ron Burgundy it.
Yeah.
I know it's 833.
Looks like a 6.
But it looks like a 6. 833, the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning. Derek, you're on the Chuck and Bo Show. Good morning.
How about them hogs, gentlemen?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Did you know Chevy of Fayetteville is the #1 volume dealer in Northwest Arkansas? That means nobody sells more cars, trucks, or SUVs than Chevy of Fayetteville. They've been a part of our community for over 25 years. They're supporters of our local schools and the Razorbacks. And they're the best after the sale. An award-winning service and parts department, a waiting area, complimentary loaners. So go see Chris Mark in Denver and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville, inside the Fayetteville Auto Park.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
There's never a good deal good enough with a bad person. Still a bad deal.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more. And they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Still searching for the perfect summer getaway? Mountain Home Arkansas might just be your answer. Wake up in the Ozark Hills. Hit the White River at sunrise, world-class fishing, hiking, trails, kayaking, and when the sun goes down, it's the kind of quiet you forgot existed. 2 lakes, 1 great town. All right here in the Arkansas Ozarks. Check it out at enjoymountainhome.com. Mountain Home Arkansas, where the outdoors is a way of life.
If fresh seafood is calling your name, Fish City Grill in Rogers has been answering for 20 years. Just check the chalkboard. Fresh fish comes in daily, and the specials are always worth a look. Crawfish season is rolling, the raw oysters are as good as you'll find anywhere in Arkansas, and happy hour runs Monday through Friday from 3 to 6 p.m. It's locally owned and worth every visit. It's Fish City Grill in Rogers, near the Pinnacle Hills Promenade.
Oaklawn is here for when you want the ultimate escape, all in one place. Check into the luxury hotel. Escape to Astral Spa, the only Forbes 4-star rated spa in Arkansas. Indulge at award-winning restaurants like the Bugler or the Oak Room and Bar, all before having the time of your life at the 24/7 smoke-free casino, where the energy goes all night. Here, excitement and luxury meet under one roof. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
favorite Razorback from the Chad Morris era. Let's do that. We're doing random Razorbacks today. And Dionisio Gomez has the lead. He's the leader in the clubhouse. He is the Razorback of the day.
Brutal.
And we're going to look for your favorite Razorback during the Chad Morris era. Was it Ty Story when he came back with Western Kentucky?
It might have been. It was the loudest cheer of those 2 years was when Ty Story
I think
came
the
back.
crowd was actually rooting for Ty Story in Western Kentucky.
Where's Duval Wally?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Was
Who was a running back in the Chad Morris era? Do we remember any of this? Rakeem Boyd.
That's the only person I
Wow, from junior college.
Because
From
Devois
Notch
Whaley
GQ.
was he was a Bielema guy, right?
No, he played 1 year with Morris.
Did he?
He played
Okay.
the same year.
Most people did.
Yeah.
Most people played 1 year with Morris. Name the quarterback room for the Chad Morris era. How about that?
Cole Kelly,
Nick
Ty
Starkle.
Story, Nick Starkle, Ben Hicks throws picks.
Ben Hicks. You don't have to take shots at people.
Golly,
You can say,
Bart, come
golly.
on. I mean,
Connor
he
Nolan,
did his best.
Connor Nolan, John Stephen Jones,
That's right.
Oh, I forgot about that.
That's like 8 quarterbacks.
and none of them won an SEC
Yeah, none of
game.
them panned out, did they?
Jack Lindsay.
Connor Nolan.
Jack Lindsay played. Yeah, that's right.
Connor Nolan.
Now, did Jack play for Lunny? Did Lindsay start when Lunny had taken over?
That's a good question.
I don't recall exactly. I think Lunny might have been the interim then.
Better interim coach. Barry Lunny Jr., John L. Smith.
Well, people have done worse than 4-8. I think it should be probably noted there. I mean, John L. That was not a great year, but people have done
But he
worse.
sure was. He sure
people
was
have done
entertaining.
worse.
Never miss a moment of the Chuck and Bo Show on demand, driven by the Fayetteville Auto Park. Watch us on YouTube, Twitter, every weekday, or stream the podcast version of the show on Spotify or Apple. Just search for the Chuck and Bo Show.
It's a lot easier to take shots than to actually come up with a solution. And lots of people are good at taking shots.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That word has worked all morning at it. Apparently, we've obtained a 911 call that was made yesterday
we
when
got it.
Bart shattered glass, light bulb, actually. He grabbed the fluorescent
Blood
needle
everywhere.
glass.
There's blood everywhere.
Got aggressive with it. And
A stitch.
It was
and had to go to the
okay.
emergency room.
Okay.
And so there was a 911 call.
It was jammed. I didn't realize it was like jammed, like stuck. And I went to rotate it because you have to rotate them to pop them out,
Powerful
right?
grip.
And so I rotated it, and it didn't budge, and it just shattered.
You forced it.
And then everything's fine
and
now.
then this happened.
But there for a while, it was kind of touch and go. You might turn this down a little bit. I think it's a little loud.
Just a little.
911, what's your emergency? I need help immediately. Bart Pullman, he's our executive producer, and the light bulb just exploded in his hand. Sir, did you say a light bulb exploded? There's glass everywhere. He's bleeding. There's blood, there's glass, Bart, are you okay? Oh my God, he's not okay. Okay, sir, I need you to stay calm. Was this an incandescent bulb? What? No, it was... Hang on, what kind of question is that right now? It matters, sir. Different bulbs fail differently. Okay, it was one of the long ones, the tube ones, for the ceiling. A fluorescent tube? Yes, fluorescent. The big skinny one. Was it a T8 or a T12? This is important, sir. The diameter changes the mercury content. Mercury? Oh my God, Bart, do not breathe. Do not breathe near it. Sir, was the tube 4 feet or 8 feet? I don't measure his light bulbs. I just work with the man. He was on the ladder, he reached up, and it just, bang, like a firework. Was it a daylight bulb or a soft white? Who cares what color the light was? He's missing skin. Sir, is the patient conscious? He's conscious. He's just yelling about his hand, and also now yelling about Nate Oates. Tell him to apply pressure to the wound. Bart, pressure. Pressure on the hand. Help is on the way. We can't lose Bart like this. Please, hurry.
Merry Christmas.
And so, Bart,
Can
just
you
to
play Timmy Trumpet tonight, please?
Bart got one stitch. One stitch in the lower palm of his hand.
What would happen if Bart got a concussion? what are the things he'd be asking for? Can you play the March Madness theme music, please?
NATO's.
What else would you be asking for? With the concussion?
You got a get well note from NATO's, by the way.
So Bart has he's got a cut in his hand. And
a deep cut.
A gash.
And,
A
and
gash.
so Lydia, who runs things in the office here, she took him over to the urgent care, and they
This
came
is
back.
Lydia's first job out of college.
Yeah, it's
She's
her
like,
first
deals with
full-time
Bart.
job out of college. I'm like, you never know what to expect around here, Lydia, but you can give it a try. And next thing you know, she's taking Bart to
Always
hospital.
something to spice
Urgent
matters
care.
up.
Well, you got to make it sound big.
So then at the end of it all, Bart comes back with one stitch.
Yeah. Like you're never dramatic, Bart.
Who gets one stitch?
Bart. Bart gets one.
I'm not talking about like if you had a little piece of skin removed, like they cut something off.
They
your
have a
shoulder
one
or
stitch
something.
Yes,
minimum.
because y'all are the doctor.
They have a one
That's right.
stitch minimum
That's
at the urgent care. You have to get at least. I mean,
They
if you're going to
couldn't
come
glue
in,
it because of the location on the hand. They couldn't glue it because it would just keep reopening.
but in a
because of
different
where
spot,
it
it
is.
probably would add, I don't know, 30, 40 stitches, something like that.
One stitch though is rare. I mean, it
No,
just
I think it's
You
more
don't do
common
that
than
every
you
day.
think.
You don't
Really?
do that
more
every
common
day.
than you
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever heard anybody say I went to the doctor today and got a stitch.
Well,
I've heard it. I got stitches.
You mean stitches?
No,
No.
I
A
just,
stitch.
just one.
Yeah, just one.
Just one. That's two different occasions in life now. You've done something just once.
to be fair,
You dunked just once in your entire life. You dunked once, according to your story. You've dunked one time, and now you have one stitch.
One stitch can
I
be
mean,
key now.
listen, of all the people, how many people can say they've dunked once ever and I have one stitch?
probably just me.
And what if you got
Probably
that
just
one
me.
stitch from the rim?
Now, do you have to go back to the doctor? Does this stitch, does it
No,
dissolve
it'll-
on its
I'll-
own?
it'll-
You have to go
it'll
back,
get taken out a week from yesterday.
taken out like a procedure.
No.
Do they give you like a local anesthetic when they do
Do you
that?
need somebody to
Mild-
drive you?
mild-
I don't know.
Somebody to drive you?
Someone drive
And
you.
pick you up. We need
I
to-
hate you guys.
Is it scheduled
so
during?
much.
Is it scheduled during the show?
So much.
Who's going to drive you?
So much.
Apparently, it was a little traumatic there for a second because Bart's up on the ladder and then the light just disintegrates in his hand,
Oh.
and then of course he realizes he's bleeding and just begins screaming.
There was no screaming. Good God, man. Come on.
People are
Yeah, show a little bit of respect. Show a little bit of respect.
Panic.
Somebody else get up there and change the damn light bulbs
Well,
then.
that's a whole other topic.
Well, that's a different
Yeah.
subject, Mark.
Yeah. So what's on your resume now? You've been hitting a crosswalk.
Right. I forgot you've been hit by a car across.
You have a stitch.
You're
I
star-crossed.
I
You're
quit.
star-crossed.
I'm doing my own show.
Well, you got plenty to talk about. We
We got
know
a lot of
that.
material.
Yeah. Just,
I
what
remember,
hap-
I
what
remember
happened
that,
today?
like, if it's slow, I remember the time I got hit by a car. And away you go.
Those other guys, they just kind of default to
They
should
can't
we
talk
play
about
at
things
War
like
Memorial
that.
Stadium in Little Rock. I'll just tell you about the time I was hit by a moving vehicle in a crosswalk out in front of the
boy.
Razorback practice facility. I should have known then that football was about to go south for a while.
Yeah.
That was the telltale sign.
Oh,
Well, anyhow,
Bart, you are an American original.
you and here to talk about it. Anybody go to Handel's Ice Cream lately? You guys, stop by?
I try, but no,
Yeah,
I haven't actually made it through the
Anybody-
drive-through yet. It's too long.
Have you
I think
been
it's
in
too
there,
long.
Bart? Have you done it?
No.
Are you going to?
I'm sure I'll go there at some point.
3 or
but
4
Bart,
months
does,
from
the
now.
sound of does the sound of my voice or
I'm
Bo's
not-
voice just irritate you right now?
a little bit.
Yeah,
A little bit. I go back to what I said when we were talking about this last week or whenever it was. I'm not waiting in a long line for a scoop of ice cream. Like that's just not something that I'm
What
going
if
to do.
it's a good scoop?
I don't
It's a good
care.
scoop.
I don't care. The fad will wear out. The newness will wear out, and eventually it'll be just like any other ice cream place. And that's when I'll go try it.
I will still go once a week if anybody's willing to pay for it. As we previously discussed. For the whole year.
didn't
I will
win
go.
it.
I will never miss a week.
I don't think you could do it, and you would owe me all the money back. That
That's
was going to
fine.
be the deal.
Okay.
We'll see what we can work out there.
All right.
If you need a new roof, you don't have to wait on that. No waiting in line, even if you don't have the money right now, but you need it done. 0 down, 0% for 12 months on financing, low fixed payments over time, no payments for 60 days. That's what Teamwork Roofing and Construction will do for you. They're proud to be premier certified contractors for both Malarkey Shingles and McElroy Metal Systems. I know you've heard us talk about them. You can count on them. They'll come in on time and on budget. And now they have financing options available too. TeamWorkBuilt.com. That's the website. TeamWorkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
He's Chuck Barrett.
He's Bo Mattingly.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com.
Thinking about buying or selling a business? Well, trust the experts at Arkansas Business Brokers, powered by Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Whether you're ready to sell a business you've built from the ground up, or you're looking for the perfect opportunity to become your own boss, Arkansas Business Brokers can guide you through every step of the process. Their experienced team helps make complex transactions simple. Text BUSINESS to 479-306-6139 for a free consultation, or visit ArkansasBusinessBrokers.com.
Ben Blakeman joining us to talk about something they've been doing for 35 years, helping Arkansans with their stories and jewelry.
You know, we want you to feel comfortable. We want you to feel confident. We want you to be educated. And we have a larger selection. We have more opportunities, more availability. Some people come in knowing exactly what they want. Some people come in having never been into a jewelry store before. We want both experiences to exceed all expectations.
Blakeman's Fine Jewelry, the official jeweler of the Arkansas Razorbacks.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly.
Getting the job done means tough and reliable equipment, and that's what WT Equipment is known for. A locally family-owned dealership with 4 locations across Arkansas, and always ready to help you get the job done. WT Equipment carries the brands you trust, like the legendary Bobcat and more, and they're offering aggressive pricing on skid steers and mini excavators. Whether you need equipment, implements, or powerful Bobcats, the friendly team at WT Equipment is ready to help. Visit WTEquip.com.
Customer service is a buzzword. People just throw it out there. What is it to you? Showing up when you say you're going to show up, returning phone calls, providing the service that you promised to provide. Because, I mean, if we're all asking to get paid for what we're doing, we need to do what we're getting paid for. And do it with a good attitude and being responsible, not only responsible to show up, but responsible to the relationship.
A relationship you can count on from Clay Maxey and the folks at Teamwork Roofing and Construction. TeamWorkBuilt.com. Built on quality, powered by teamwork.
Yeah, see, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
At Paschal, comfort and quality are well within reach. For over 50 years, homeowners have trusted them for world-class service. Every detail matters. Right now, get a brand new high-efficiency AC and furnace system starting at just $79.99, with payments as low as $100 a month. No shortcuts, no surprises, just Paschal quality at a price more families can afford. Same week installation is available, so click over to gopaschal.com to schedule.
Hey, it's Bo, and I had no idea how little I knew about insurance until my man James Boyette of State Farm started telling me. For over a decade, he's been delivering real value, not just the lowest price. That means helping customers find the right coverage for their life with personalized plans that evolve as life changes. Serving all of Arkansas and Missouri. If you're looking for a true insurance partner, auto, home, life, whatever you need, go to JamesBoyett.com. There's no better shopping experience than you're going to find at Macadoodles or at Guess Who in Bentonville. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Roger and the team are always there to help.
I love it. I've been doing this for 53 years, and one of the things I love most about it is our customers. Part of what makes me love the retail business is just the interaction with my customers.
Macadoodle, just north of Bella Vista, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
Summer in Arkansas means long days outside.
Whether you're headed to the lake, playing 18, or firing up the grill with friends, summer in Arkansas keeps you moving.
And with all those summer activities, you're going to need a beer that keeps up.
And that's where Yingling Flight comes in. Just 95 calories, 2.6 grams of carbs, brewed for people who like to stay active and still enjoy a great tasting beer.
Make Yingling Flight part of your summer plan.
Yingling Flight, the next generation of light beer.
DG Yingling and Son, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Enjoy responsibly. Hey, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hang out with Bo and me every weekday morning from 6 to 9 live on YouTube or Twitter, or catch up with the podcast version of the show available on Spotify and Apple.
The swearing has really taken over the vocabulary, right? It's lazy, you know.
Well, when you don't know what else to say, you throw that out there. At least that's been my approach.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Hey, I don't want to get out of here without talking about my friends at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. Our friends at Weichert Realtors, the Griffin Company. And here's the thing. When you buy a home, you're spending probably the most money you've ever spent in your life. Or when you're selling a home, it's a really important transaction. You probably got something else in mind. You want someone who really understands what they're doing, someone who's done it over and over and over again, someone who knows how to ask the right questions, someone who remembers to ask the questions you don't remember to ask. That's me. And that's one of the reasons I do appreciate them. They've been doing this again a long time, 1978, as a matter of fact. And whether you're a buyer or a seller, I can tell you, you want them on your side of the table. Washington and Benton counties, Fort Smith, Branson, and you can log on to WeichertGriffin.com.
Matt and Harrison, John Rothstein disagreeing with the Chuck and Bo Show about the importance of getting a really good big man. LOL.
No one says it's not important. I don't recall us saying it's not important. The difference is John Rothstein went through all the good things about the team. Jordan Smith, Murinen. Smith might be the number one pick in the draft. And then he got two. But the obvious question is, can they be good in the middle? Guys like Matt go straight to the fact that they don't have a guy in the middle. They don't even talk about all this other stuff. That's my only issue. And I fully acknowledge that they're, to win a national championship, you got to have a presence in the middle. You're a fraud if you don't.
They've also gotten several guys.
But they've got a really good team regardless.
If they can fill that spot with all the guys they've gotten, I think people are assuming they cannot. They've got another one, by the way, on deck here. We'll find out shortly whether he's coming to Arkansas. I'm going to reclassify.
I don't know what Matt's going to do between the start of the season and March with the dark cloud looming. I don't know what he's going to do.
Maybe you should check out one of those new home sites at Big Creek Golf and Country Club. Recently released at a price that might surprise you, the first new construction in 20 years. A beautiful place to live where you go big and go home. Small town, but a big feel. Visit BigCreekGolf.com. Get more information today, BigCreekGolf.com. Guys, today is National Outfit of the Day. National Outfit of the Day. Hope you have an outfit you can wear today.
Of the day.
It's also National Meteor Watch Day, so enjoy that.
Life is better with community banking from First Security, where personal connections make a difference every day. Families get bankers who know their names, know their needs, and love to help. Businesses work with responsive lenders who make fast local decisions that help build success. And communities thrive with First Security because our team is rooted here too. Choose the power of personal. First Security. Bank better. FSbank.com, member FDIC.
Are you or a loved one struggling with addiction? There is hope. John 316 Ministries is a free, faith-based 501c3 program that has helped more than 3,000 people transform their lives over the past 23 years. This long-term inpatient program includes lodging, counseling, medical care, and job training, all at no cost to you. In a period of 6 months to a year, you could graduate with a trade, a purpose, and a fresh start. A spiritual boot camp for men and a safe refuge for women. Log into John 316